Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is just another Tuesday. Okay, it is just another Tuesday around here, and more of some SWV, Escape, Foolishness. I got a couple other little things, okay, that we're gonna discuss. Not much at all, okay, but it's just another day around here on the corner, okay. I got some rest. I got me a sandwich, okay. It was yesterday was a long day, okay. I still did not go to bed till midnight. However, we back and we Lord and taking charge, big boy. Okay, we here and we together. Okay, how is everyone doing today? Okay, now look, I barely got my graphics together. I mean, barely. I mean, by the skin of my chitty chin chin, do I have this? Even the main graphic? Okay, because I was busy at work, honey, and I'm around here trying to multitask right now. Okay, and I haven't combed my hair, so let's hope that the wind ain't blowing and it look crazy, whatever. But y'all know first things first, if you've not done so already, okay, please make sure that you've already subscribed to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and dot. Okay, because it's the thing to do. Okay, please also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, also on Twitter and TikTok. Okay, like the video. Y'all know liking the video helps YouTube to know. Share this YouTuber, okay? Recommend this YouTuber. Y'all likes very much so helps around here, and I thank y'all all the time, okay? Please, share, hit the little share button. What else? Like or comment. It's a conversation. You don't be here and be silent, okay? Talk to me, to each other. You can't be around here now unless you're driving. If you're driving, or if you don't have no hands, okay, I get it. But if you sitting here with hands and fingers or whatever, you can type, say hello. Don't be quiet, be loud, okay? Look, I'm here where I'm at. Hi. See, I told you I'm here all poking up. Hello to the people. Hello to the people. Girl, let me pick my hair. I feel like I look a mess. Okay, not a mess, but I just feel like my hair looked like I was, doing things and I wasn't doing nothing because I was coming home from work and it was just windy. So I want to at least, and my hair got wet because of the rain. I cut the camera off as if y'all. I'll cut the camera. We're gonna let the hair be. Okay, we're gonna let it be. But because of the rain yesterday, y'all, My hair is starting to wave and curl up. So, having it down ain't, always the thing. And so, but hi everyone. How was everyone doing? How was everybody around here? Okay, hi, Hanson. Hey. What's up, party people? I know my signal baby being dumb, but I'm gonna leave it be until I don't have no choice but to cut it off. Okay, I did cut my ass on, right? I think I cut my ass on. I'll be forgetting, but I don't want to be around here talking to y'all and I ain't getting paid for it. I would talk to y'all for free, but I don't know. I love y'all. But I need to be paid for my time. Okay, but again, focus, Jaylee. But hi, how y'all doing? Okay, hello. Okay, hey, to the people. Okay, how is everybody today? It is Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Is it Taco Tuesday? It's Tequila Tuesday. It is Titty Tuesday. Y'all didn't tell me it was Tuesday. I didn't get a taco. I got a sandwich. I got a taco. Girl. Hi to Jaylee and all my fellow JayBirds. I already like button and waiting for me to start. Look, I know y'all like, she always late. She said it for 9 and she don't get here till like 9:05 or 9:10. I literally be sitting here like, where they at? Y'all, y'all see this is crazy. When I get my hair done, y'all, I only flat iron it a little bit for like the next. I got my hair done Thursday. So the day I get my hair done, I will only flat iron it like 2 days after. After the 2 days, I don't put no more heat on my hair. And it slowly starts to get back curly as I take my shower cap off and I let the water get to it or whatever. Crazy. But you know what I'm saying? I don't be liking to start if ain't nobody here because who I'm gonna talk to. So the reason I set it for 9 and I wait, between 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. If it ain't nothing but 5 people here, I'd be like, I want 10. I want 10 people. And I said, well, I want 20 people. If I can get 20 people in, then I'll start. And but yeah, I just be here, you know what I'm saying? But I'll be on the way. I'll be on the way because I need to talk to y'all. If it's just me here, who I'm gonna talk to? I've been waiting all day for my receipt to see if Rocky stole that. Do we have anything over? Well, we're gonna recap at least what Tamika said on Watch What Happens Live. We're gonna get into Taj's IG Live. What Jermaine Dupri said. We're gonna get into Tiny and LeLee and Zanique's tweets because I have some stuff about that. Okay, maybe one more thing I can't remember, but this ain't gonna be no long night. It ain't at all. Rocket is a keep that keeps on giving, and y'all know that Love and Marriage Huntsville start back on Saturday, so that's gonna be a whole nother plethora. Because y'all know when Love and Marriage Huntsville come back, Love and Marriage Huntsville always had them on lives. So I'm gonna have to be on guard now to see if Mel live, if Martell live, if Coleslaw live. I mean, I guess Destiny won't be live because she ain't on the show, but that's gonna be a whole thing or whatever. It's just stuff. Okay, it's just stuff. Her album come on Friday. I wonder how it's gonna go. I looked. Tasha, I'm gonna come back to that. I got a thought about that. Okay. About her app. I'm gonna go to her page in 1 second. But hey, I'm trying to still say hi to the people. Look, y'all be talking to each other, and I be trying to keep it straight because I'm like, if y'all ain't talking to me, I gotta keep cool. But I'm like, there's so much going on. Tasha is definitely not innocent. Not Tasha, not her husband. Hell, truth be told, is her mama innocent? Is Mama Gloria innocent? Did she not do nothing? I didn't do nothing. Are you sure? Okay. Come on now, who got to that check gonna come? Look, if y'all don't know, if y'all do not know the reason we have to put ads on, that's how we get paid. So always say when y'all watch us, don't skip the ads. Watch at least 30 seconds of the ad. I know some ads be long. Like if it's an 18-minute ad, you ain't gonna watch that. Okay, if it's a 2, I always say give it a good 30 seconds. Okay, just 30. You know what I'm saying? Let me get paid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway, hey to y'all, and we are here today to have a good time. Yes. I ate me a salmon before I came on here. I went to bed. So look, y'all know. Remember I told y'all how I saw a water bug in my kitchen and I almost passed out and almost died and I guess what? Maybe I told y'all about the water bug. Saw a water bug, got scared the shit out of me. Okay, I don't have bugs in my house. I see spiders every once in a while. In the winter, in the summertime, flies be out because they come in the door. Cool. I'm not used to no other bug besides maybe a centipede, and a spider. I never saw that damn water bug, but I was terrified. So after I got off live yesterday, I'm gonna make me a little sausage. I'm gonna put a little sausage in the air fryer that can get me because I was starving. I go in my refrigerator to get the sausage, and when I'm bending down to get it out the bottom thing, I look on the floor and I'm like, why is something itty bitty and black? And I'm like, why the fuck is it moving? Bitch, it not but I'm not supposed to take it up. My point is, it was itty bitty baby ants, like 7 of them, like around by the wall. And I'm like, no. I'm spraying them with the home defense because I don't have ants. I'm like, what the fuck? Now the apartment next door to me, they moved out. The apartment is completely renovating that unit because my unit was already renovated when I moved in. They were already living there when I moved in, and I've said since I've been here that I felt like them people next door was dirty. I felt like they didn't keep no clean house. I've said before, okay, they was dirty. So I feel like the fact that I seen the one water bug right when they were moving out, I said, okay, because they moved all that shit out, maybe a bug and whatever. And as they're renovating, I'm like, bitch, I can't do this. Okay. That was last night. So I'm spraying them, little fire, they killed them. I didn't stump their ass to death, they dead. And I sent, a notice to my complex to have people come out to spray. And about an hour later, I went back in my kitchen to get something. I can't think what it was. And bitch, the water bug, the same water I feel in my spirit. It was the same water bug. Okay. It's a dead water bug on top of my kitchen counter, legs up, just dead. And I'm like, where the fuck did it come from? Because I was just in here and it wasn't here. And it didn't, how? I think because I was spraying, it crawled out from whatever the fuck it was and died. That was my day yesterday. I was up all day. They didn't, the bitch stole my sandwich. We had a 2-hour however long live. I was hungry. Still didn't eat, bitch. I sprayed the damn bug with more home defense, knocked it on the floor with a Swiffer, picked it up with my reacher, and because I'm short, so I have a reacher. Picked it up with my reacher, so I wasn't near it, to put it in the trash can, put it in the trash bag, tied the trash bag up, got the duct tape, and wrapped the duct tape around the trash bag. Because in my head, I'm like, the damn bug gonna come back and get me. So you got the girl. So that was on my day, and I then went to bed. Oh, Lord Jesus. My life, girl. I just be, saying, around here, like, what's going on? I don't know. It's some foolishness or whatever. I did get my money back. I also got a $10 credit. So I got all my money back and the credits. So I was good on that. It was just, I was just hungry. And I'm like, I was tired and I was hungry. What I'm going to do, I don't know, Jesus. But I'm prepared today, okay? It's a good commercial from Calvin Klein, yes. Okay, come on now, Calvin Klein, Nikki 1321. How you doing? Hey, Oso. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Hey, Shellwell. Okay. Okay, Nicole. Are you watching? Is it out? I mean, if it's on Netflix, I'll look into it eventually. I haven't seen it yet, no. So I have no idea what it is, okay? The lie. Tasha divided up her sister, like he said in her live, and clearly is in on the heist because she's stealing. Why is the WV all of a sudden into IG now? Honey, they into social media in general. Because they kept on, we not on IG, we not on Twitter. Y'all is now. Tweeting it up. Okay. I don't remember how people. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna fully get into that because I have a thought process on that. I'm still stuck on the text that she sung her about if she don't do anything to her sister and how she gonna jump on her. The mama. The mama ain't shit. The mama ain't shit. I think we know the mama ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on now, Seneca. Come on now, VIP. But see, it's cool because because you pay for the VIP thing, we get a little, you know what I'm saying? We get paid in a way we get paid is premium something. So we get, a couple cents and dollars around here. So thank you. No, I live in Michigan. And they're not that, we don't have them often, which is why it scared the fuck out of me. Because we don't do that. Hey, my, that's my mama. Okay. Are you so cool with that one neighbor that had, yes. I just, whatever, it was a Sunday. I think I was on last Sunday and I was around for Saturday. And he was up there partying. And that doesn't mean he was no, you know what I'm saying? And I said, hey, how you doing? Upset neighbor? Yeah. Are you having a party? You have a party because I have a live at 6:30, and if you're having a party, if you're entertaining, I'll figure something out. Because if I know for a fact he's partying, I'll go in my room and do it from there because it's not loud in there. But yeah, we're so cool. I mean, I don't know him, but we have each other's numbers, and his number's in my phone. That's upstairs neighbor. And if it gets too much, I can send him a text or whatever. We're good. So yeah. But hey, I'm saying, yeah, I don't do bugs. I don't. Not at all. But I'm like, that apartment next door, I will always say it's a smell sometime. And at one point I walked through, I was walking from, I had to pass their apartment to get, in and out of the complex. And I walked past and I'm like, why are these flies like was in their window? I say, bitch, that's where the flies coming from. Okay. But because they are fully renovating that place, I mean, new everything, new, and that's their. So it's kitchens. So all that, I'm like the bugs, who. But I had an eventful day. I'm sorry, I always mean big respectfully if I'm talking to y'all. I never ever, and this if it's male or female, I never ever mean it in any disrespectful way. They gotta go. And then text him because he was asleep. And I was like, this is what happened. Okay. So he texts back in the morning. He's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, it's just okay. Anyway, y'all, we didn't talk enough. Okay. But yeah, I just, I'm just not into, I'm just not into this stuff. Not into bugs. And I freak out. Because can you imagine walking? I was just in the kitchen. And it's the fact that it was on top of my counter, like next to my candle, this upside down dead, as if it crawled out from wherever it was, and the amount of home defense I had been spraying killed it. Because nothing else is, what I'm saying? So I just, I can't. Anyway, y'all, okay, we are here to discuss a couple of things around here, okay? Let's get into right now. Now, I also saved some stuff on my IG and stuff because I didn't have time to get my graphics together, okay? I will admit to that. I am very ill prepared. I promise you at 9:03, I'm like, bitch, what is the topics? You have no notes. What are the topics? What are we gonna do? I don't know, but I'm prepared. I'm prepared nonetheless. I'm always prepared, even when I'm not prepared. Okay. Anyway, where we at? Where is the thing? Oh, there it is. So, let's get into Vincent. Vincent, y'all know Ted, my ex-husband, Vincent. You know, I feel like the last time Vince was in the news, it was about him owing somebody some money. I feel like, even when him and Tamar was like breaking up, I feel like when Vince and Tamar were together, they were probably living high off credit cards and this and that. Because once they was about to separate and once they did separate, both of them had money issues. And when they was together, it was living large, they can charge big boy, and that didn't happen after the fact. Okay. So part of Jasmine brand, that man owes some money. That man is refusing to pay an $81,000 jewelry bill. I don't get, why does anybody need jewelry that expensive? First of all, he looked like he didn't pay that bill. Okay? He looked like that bill was due. I didn't pay it. And I ain't gonna pay it. I ain't got it. Ain't gonna get it, and neither is you. So part of the Jasmine brand, okay, Tamar ex-husband Vincent Herbert and also her baby daddy, okay. According to court records, they said that man owed $81,356.60 because he ordered several custom pieces with Green and Company back in December of 2018. That was 5 years ago. $5 foot long for 5 years ago. Okay. Now they say he was boasting about how he can get this and get that in his wealth, and I can pay for this and pay for. I feel like this also like this. Anybody telling me I can pay for all that, show me. If you can pay for all this shit, pay for it up front. When anyone had to say to you, I can pay for that later, that means they can't pay for it right now, meaning they ain't got it. If your credit card, if you don't have a limit that high, you can't get it. So when these jewelry store, when any store or for cars or houses or whatever, when they say, but they told us they can afford it, they told us they can pay for it, why did you ask them to pay for it up front? He boasted about his wealth. Well, did you check his credit? Because I can go into the Gucci store right now. Gucci. I got money, Gucci. I got money. Give me all the purses. If they give me all the purses, that's on y'all. Y'all here to ask me to pay for the fucking purses. I don't buy nothing I can't afford or I can't afford to pay off. Okay, I would never get an $81,000 bill at all. And you ain't pay for the shit 5 years later. They also say his career and his involvement in the music industry. So they offered him an executive line of credit and allowed him to take the pieces without paying. That's stupid. We ain't heard of Vince managing nobody since Tamar. Even when he was first managing Tamar, they kept saying he was managing Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. Okay? But that's been a long time. So I'm just confused. And usually assistants will be like, okay, your assistant is saying, that Whitney, not girl Whitney dead. Who alive? Beyonce's assistant or somebody will be like, Beyonce needs this jewelry. Well, Beyonce has money because she's Beyonce. Beyonce. Yes, Beyonce. Who did Vince need the jewelry for? Who are you managing, sir? Who is it for? An executive line of credit means you are a person who's kind of fancy. You're famous. You are the upper echelon of customers. And because we feel like we know, like Taraji P. Henson, Gabrielle Union, Oprah, people who you feel like, has the money to pay for something, even if they're not paying it right now. So you may allow them a line of credit to get what they want and then, pay you later. So they give you an executive line of credit that you're not paying up front because of who you are. You know what I'm saying? They do that a lot of time too, because what happens is you'll let them get 2 pieces of jewelry. It can cost 80 grand, for example. They'll come back and get 8 more pieces of jewelry that they'll pay for all of it because you allow them to borrow something on credit, but they're supposed to pay for it, reimburse, pay the bill off. But Vincent ain't got it. They say he wrote a $20,000 check that bounced. All you gotta do is just bounce with me, bounce with me. He wrote a $20,000 check that bounced, according to the jeweler. Okay. And then immediately via text, they text like, hey, come on back. That check you gave, bro, it came back. What, the money ain't there? You gave the check ain't here. We need the money up front. And he kept, I'm gonna pay you later. Well, now they want their money. Okay, you can't, that ain't how it work, bro. It ain't how it was supposed to work. A lot of businesses do the line of credit. It's also a way to grow your brand if the right people come in to get stuff. Now, a lot of smaller businesses do lines of credit because they usually want people to promote their brand, because it's also a way to be, okay, up-and-coming actress. I'm just going to start saying, who's girl? I don't know these people. Let's say Sweetie, who's a rapper. She's up and coming. A small business may loan her, give her a line of credit to get their stuff, to kind of promote it. If they make money from it, she makes money from it, and she can, you know what I'm saying? It's all like a, it checks and balances. The point is, he ain't got it. And so now he owed them people. Oh, pay them people their money. Pay them people their money. Pay them people their money today. Okay, let's move on. Claudia Jordan and Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives are fussing. I don't watch Basketball Wives. I don't. I see the clips on social media. The show needs to end. I saw one thing that said Jennifer Williams is supposed to be a spinoff to Basketball Wives Atlanta, and they're gonna probably have Jennifer Williams. We don't need it. We don't need it. Okay. However, on a recent episode of Basketball Wives, Jackie had a trip to Sacramento. The ladies all came. Jennifer got pissed because she was in a deluxe room and not a suite. And she is too good for a deluxe room. And she was on the show, I saw the clip, acting a complete ass. I said, wow, who does that? Who does that? Girl, she was up and fussing because Jackie put her in a deluxe hotel room and not a suite. Do I look like a deluxe bitch to you? Yes, you do look like a deluxe bitch to me. You do, Jennifer. You do. So she all upset. Now, her and Jackie was fussing about it. Okay? But it all played out on TV. And even I said, this show is so stupid. This show is so played out. Like, I'm not, this be my thing. If you going somewhere and the room is nice and clean, what the fuck does it matter? If it's a clean room, ain't no water bugs in it, What are you fussing for? But she made such a big deal to where her and Jackie started fussing and arguing. She didn't storm out the. I don't do deluxe. I need a suite. Well, bitch, buy your own room. Well, Claudia Jordan commented on social media saying a truly wealthy person would never move like this. Ridiculous behavior. And I agree. I always say this be my thing with these shows in these rooms. If I feel like somebody may possibly give me a janky at room, let me know where we stand. I'm gonna have a room set up just in case. In case Kenya try to play me. In case Jackie try to play. In case anybody try to play me for a soybean burger. Shout out to TLC in House Party 3. I love that movie. TLC has some great lines in that movie. We must left out. Anyway, before anyone try to play me, I would just book my own room just in case. So that if I'm not happy with and I don't care if because I saw Jennifer posting on social media saying, well, the cast, we don't pay for our own rooms. We don't do that. The production pay, I don't care. Because even if production usually pays for the trips or the rooms or whatever, I'm rich enough to where I'll waste 10 grand. Well, I'm not going to say 10 grand. I'll waste $1,000 on my own room. Because if the room ain't what I like, I'm in the same hotel, I'm in the same villa, but I have a room I like. So when Claudia, now you see Claudia didn't put a name. All Claudia said was a truly wealthy person would never move like this. Ridiculous, and it was ridiculous behavior. Right, because we don't like that. If you have never seen it was a House by 3 because it's the one with Immature was on it. Great. A lot of stuff that we say and stuff, it comes from old ass movies. But I love TLC on that. Okay. But back to these people, okay? Because I forgot, I get off kilter. Jennifer replied, and somebody tell that broke hoe Claudia Jordan to go open a briefcase and go find some money. I blocked her ass. I can't add her. I'm retired of this bitch bringing up my name. I'm like, man, she didn't say her name. She didn't do that at all. And her asked the bitch to open a briefcase. I'm like, Claudia was one of the briefcase girls on Deal or No Deal 20 years ago. I was like, Claudia Jordan has done so much more outside of being one of the briefcase girls on Deal or No Deal. A lot of women was a briefcase girl and has moved on from that. So, Jennifer, you sound dumb, okay? So that was her reply. And Claudia said, oh, bitch. Okay. Came back and said, Claudia said, all right, bitch, I got you. Please, someone tell Dookie Mouse I never mentioned her name. And when I do open the briefcase, there's enough money in it to quietly get the room I like without causing a scene, acting above it all while simultaneously wearing rented labels, something borrowed. I was like, oh. Not something borrowed and something blue. Ain't nothing new. Because look, it's the sunglasses borrowed. It's the shawl borrowed. What is it? Is the weave borrowed? She borrowed somebody's stuff. I mean, she probably did. But the point is, be careful what you say. Because if no one said your name, what you mad for? And even if she did, I feel like it's true. But it's somebody, because y'all know they be saying that Jennifer breath stink. And not like regular, she just ate some bad food, stink. They say her breath always stink, and they've always said her breath stink. And I'm like, that's not nice, because she may need to go to see a dentist because it may be halitosis. And halitosis is a medical condition, and we're not supposed to laugh at people who got medical conditions. I be whispering shady shit, so I'm not loud with it. But it's the Dookie Mouth And then so how she out here wearing rented labels because it's something borrowed. I was like, oh, poor Jennifer. Poor Jennifer. Not that she's poor. I'm just saying, girl. You can't be round here. And Claudia has a clap backbone on her body that I think she uses it for good. She uses it with people who she's not really rocking with. You know? And yes, she has several streams of income. And yes, hit dogs up here hollering, all up and through. Right. Megan married the whole prince. And she up here fussing with that lady. Pull up, Tink Tink. Anyway, I want to get into this. Okay. There is a so and I'm not gonna play the clip. There is a video that was being made. It was with, I believe, the NFL chopper dude, Sukiana, and somebody else. I want to look up. I feel like let me go to Brawler Alert. The Brawler Alert, we have all the ratchet shit. I didn't want to show the video, but I think I have to show it just so y'all can know what I'm talking about, if I can find it. But there is a video that was being shot or recorded in Sukiana. I think it's NLE Chopper Dude or whatever. And he is like walking her and some other girl like a dog. Literally. And when I first saw I said, are they being walked like dogs? I know they're not being walked like dogs. It looked like they're being walked like dogs. Why are they being walked like dogs? I was so confused. Because I am a 41-year-old grown woman. And there are lots of things. Thank you, Tracy. There are lots of things I feel like I am above. I'm gonna click on it. I am above mainly, but I'm above being walked like a dog. This is what I saw, and I was like, I said, first of all, he's not even sick enough for me to consider myself to get on all four and let him pull my hair like that. Okay? I don't know who child that is. Who child is that? That's somebody's baby. That boy looked too. Okay, he looked too young for me. And when I saw, and I was like, what the? So I saw that and completely just was like, whatever. I'm done. I can't comprehend on what earth anyone felt like, that's the thing to do. So apparently, allegedly, Lil Mama, we know Lil Mama. I'm saying we know Lil Mama. We love Lil Mama. I have forgiven Lil Mama for walking up on stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. I've forgiven her. So she's the rapper Lil Mama. So apparently Lil Mama had commented on one of because it was posted all over. It was posted all over the blog. I think since then some folks have taken it down because I'm like, that is just disgusting or whatever. But apparently Lil Mama had commented on it and said something. I'm not sure what, because she posted it and then eventually deleted it. Sukiana then came back and tweeted and said, hey, they said that little girl, Lil Mama, that sang that lip gloss song was in the comments speaking on me. If I was y'all, I would tell her to leave me the fuck alone. I said, first of all, Sukiana, we not gonna act like before we knew who you was, we knew and still know who Lil Mama is. And I also feel like let's stop shading people as if we don't know who they is. Like, Lil Mama, in my opinion, is a certified celebrity, not an A-list. I would say she's A-list. However, she is a known celebrity who we know, and I rock with her because she has done, her music. She's also acted. I loved her in the Lil Mama can act. Period. So I'm gonna put some respect on her name. So that's what Sukiana said. Well, Lil Mama said, oh, bitch, I'll raise you too. Lil Mama, in my opinion, came round here like a grown woman. Okay? And what Lil Mama replied to her saying, Sukiana, hey, what's up, sis? Okay? I know we don't know each other personally. Okay? I'm seeing you wrote a post addressing me and I never addressed you personally. You could have been any black woman in that video. And I want to say this. When I first saw the video, I was like, is that Sukiana? I was confused because even I feel like she should have moved past this video nasty girl part of her life. I mean, do what you do, but girl, put some respect on your own name. Anyway, carry on. You could have been any black woman in that video. I posted a comment under. The way I feel still stands. I feel like women these days will know. I feel like women these days will know better and still play a role in setting us back centuries. Meaning you walking around here letting this little boy walk you like a dog, and we know the song has to be some nasty. She said the only reason I deleted my comment was because I didn't want to offend you or anyone else partaking in that disturbing clip. I don't know about you, but I don't want our daughter to remember us like this or feel this what they need to do to survive. And if that's the excuse anybody come up with in 2023, that's cat. Meaning, you can make ratchet music and want to be a little bit feisty, but you don't have to allow yourself to be some man's dog, literally. And I know Sukiana has her image is I'm a nasty bitch, but she'll then say stuff like, "Well, y'all only know me to be nasty with my man," and that's cool. But when you around here being walked like a dog, as if that's attractive, young women who see that thing is cool. I'm letting my man walk me like a dog, and I'm like, no. And I applaud Lil Mama for saying, let's not make anyone think that's how they have to make money now. Like, let's not do that. Now, I don't think Sukiana has replied. I hope she don't reply. I hope she leave it be. But I want us to also realize, hey, we don't always have to be a part of that bullshit. It ain't got to be that way. You hear me? Okay. Now, let's move on to, I want to do Taj. We're going to listen to Taj's little thing that she said, okay? Because Taj was around here on her live. Now, I was supposed to cover this last night, but I got too tired. That's the reason why we're going to watch it today and discuss it today, because there's still something to be discussed. But I first want y'all to take a little 30 seconds and like the video, please. Because y'all know liking is the thing to do, okay? So, we have been discussing, the Escape, SWV, fiascos, and all these things that's going on around here, and then back and forth. And wait, let me see if I can find the video. Open it and then pause it real fast. Okay. I also feel like Taj and the ladies of SWV have been getting off real easy, as if they don't never say nothing about nobody or whatever. And even though they were saying stuff like, it be Escape on social media, I be having to make things known that no, y'all be on social media too. Because after we watch this little thing with Taj, we'll get into Tiny and LeLee back and forth in it on social media. So Taj go live on her IG Sunday nights after the episodes go off. I'm pretty sure that this week is the finale. And I'm willing to bet that, excuse me, I drank all my water too fast. I feel like when the finale happened, they're going to be riding all of them. LeLee and Taj and Coco going to be on live talking, and we'll discuss that when it happens. But I'm pretty sure they're going to say some shit, okay? But let's get into what Taj said the other day.
I took notes tonight, y'all. I took notes because... and then let me think. The sisters, they got together and it looked like everything was going to be okay, right? It looked like they finally had made some headway. Excuse me. And yeah, you would think it would be okay at that point, right? But
wait, let me see. I find it interesting that SWV has become obsessed with social media. I feel like they were not on social media much at all before the show. And usually people who don't be on social media, but they be on some kind of reality show, they sometimes will still stay off social media. But to me, at least LeLee and Taj has fully been on social media. I know Coco be posting on stories. She has not been posting much on her actual page or going live like that or whatnot. But that damn Taj and LeLee, they be round here. Okay. Finale episode might be the following weekend because of Easter. No, come on. No, it's on this. It's on this weekend. Because yeah, they just announced it to be on this Sunday. I don't think people look at Easter as something to cancel, a show on Sunday. I'm pulling up my DVR just to be sure. Let's see. Sunday the 9th. Nope, it comes on. And it's the season finale. So it is on this Sunday. So I feel like, people are gonna be saying stuff and whatnot. But it's just a little bit of foolishness.
Things go left real quick. And the one thing that bothered me with reality television is that, for one, the name. That drives me crazy. It hasn't... Reality in this television hasn't clicked for me because if I can't get SAG credit, I don't want to say reality, okay? Anyway, that's just...
But she's done 3 reality shows. And my thing be like, I got the fan on, so the hair keep on my face. I feel like she keeps bringing up, this and that and that. I'm like, this is your 3rd reality show. So at some point, you can't say that I don't want to say reality, but you keep doing it. You know for a fact you want to get SAG credit, but you keep doing it because people got to work.
It's me. But there's a lot that you don't see. There's a lot that you don't see. And I'm not just talking about the sisters. There's just a lot that you don't see. And I guess there's always got to be a hero, and I'm sure you all can see who that is.
Now, I don't know who she mean because they kept on asking, who do you think she mean by saying someone has to be the hero? And I'm like, who is that shade towards? Because in my opinion, no one looks like the hero on this show. Everyone has a messy moment. So I don't know who she's trying to make it seem as if, they're trying to make someone be a hero. I mean, who is it? We also said before that SWV has done a lot of complaining but not bringing anything extra to the table.
So yeah, sometimes it gets a little frustrating watching this because I don't know, that part just bothers me. But anyway, all right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty of this show. Of course, it's always at the end they give you something to nail bite, right? I'm just say this: Coco Clemens, that is my sister, and I've been around her since I was a teenager. And she has never changed. She has never tried to be someone that she isn't. She has never tried to hide her personality. She has not done that. So, that being said, yes, she has had her moments where she can be a tough pill to swallow.
Now, to me, this is a direct response to Candy saying, this is the real Coco. This is who Coco is. She's trying to defend Coco as I'm saying Coco ain't fake. I don't think Candy meant Coco was being fake. I think Coco and the SWV ladies have been making it seem as if they're not messy, they're not petty, they're not going to be rude or whatever. But we see moments of them doing that, and it's like, see, that's how it is. It's not these kumbaya moments. It's also these moments of difficulty. And I think for Taj, who was supposed to defend her groupmate, but don't make it seem as if, what I'm saying, Coco has not been behaving herself a little bit more, but slowly but surely, stuff is peeking out.
But I'm gonna have to give her credit for the whole 3 months, however long we were in Atlanta. She was well behaved.
Saying someone was well behaved means how they usually act, they wasn't doing that. So how can you say Coco was well behaved for the 3 months, as if that does not mean Coco can be different? She can be difficult. So in my opinion, you are saying the same thing that Candy said. That's Coco right there.
But you only see that part, okay? And you don't see all the other stuff around that part. That's what drives me crazy. So during this whole taping, I don't know if you've noticed the theme. It's we're second, they're first, and that is fine.
I have never seen that SWV is being called second and they're called first. So when I said before how they're putting this narrative out because of how they feel second fiddle. They feel Escape is first. But I don't understand that because that's not what I see. I see both groups. Now I will say we see more of Escape than we see SWV because they have more drama. That's true. Also, I'm still wondering what the fuck was Coco and Taj and LeLee doing in their spare time. We don't see much of that. But that's production's fault. And it seemed like Taj comes on, so like somebody said before, when Candy, because Candy does it the most, when Candy comes on her speak on it, she is giving more insight about what we didn't see. It's never really about disagreeing with what we saw on camera. It's giving more information than what we saw. I feel like when Taj comes on here, Taj comes on to complain about, they're complaining about stuff, but not really giving much additional information about what we're missing. Like to say, they even leave stuff out. Well, leaving what out? What else happened? What else was said? Like to not come on and really just explain what you're mad about, that you're just mad, doesn't show us anything. It's weird. And I don't think, at least me as a fan of both groups, I don't see Escape as first and them as second. I see Candy and Tiny are used to doing reality TV. So they know it's regular for them. I feel like the other SWV ladies aren't that used to it. And so we're not seeing them as much. At all. And right, we're seeing more BS with Escape. We can't nobody tell me that the SWV had not one disagreement, nothing. Bravo is making y'all look better, and y'all still upset. And I'm gonna say y'all, I mean Taj. I mean, that's her face. What am I supposed to do? I don't make the rules.
I don't know if anybody can understand. We never said we want to headline. It caught us off guard when they decided that they should be the headliners when we didn't know it was going to be a headlining situation. That's that. So, of course, when you see everybody blow up in the studio, you don't see all the stuff around that. So, yeah, no, Coco wasn't just going off spewing her things and what we've done just because it's fun. You did not see the whole gamut. So, that's just that.
Also, we have to remember that Taj was the one who told Coco and LeLee that Tamika supposedly said that SWV were not relevant. So you also have to remember that Coco is probably upset thinking, y'all think y'all better than us. So Coco was already in a mood, okay? In the mood. And again, she said, y'all didn't see what happened. Well, what happened? You wasn't there. That's the kicker. Taj wasn't even there. But she's saying more happened, but she can't tell us what else happened. So why complain? I'm confused. And the crazy part was, I think people's issue with Coco in that scene of her and Candy on the set list stuff was Coco wasn't giving any helpful suggestions. Coco wasn't trying to say, I think it was no, and that was it. And that's crazy to me. Now, Candy did say to speak on it, how in that scene there was somebody who SWV worked with on the Zoom. But I'm like, if SWV wanted more say so, why not help put the song together? But they ain't won't do shit.
And yeah, no, like I said, her attitude is her attitude. She's never faked it. She's never changed. Everyone knows her. Right. But she was valid, and of course you don't get that part, but it's all good because thank God we still move on with or without that. This whole
thank God we move on with or without that. Now I'm like, I know that was shade to Escape because that's her saying we gonna still tour and do this, do that, and I'm like, the kicker is both groups are touring. So you said y'all still gonna move on, even though whatever. Well, so is Escape. Escape is moving on even with Fruit, and I keep saying, let Coco stop singing. Let Coco stop singing. Y'all want to move on. Y'all are look. I saw somebody put up a clip on Twitter today that was showing LeLee at some show, and it was them sitting on them stools in their combat boots and comfy clothes or whatever, singing, and LeLee was in the song. But LeLee's voice is so soft. I'm like, I can't really be quiet. We need to hear her. So I'm like, we can't act like LeLee and Taj have these leading voices, and when they on tour, they sing a lot of songs, and it's not just Coco. Because I saw a clip also today because SWV was on the Jennifer Hudson show, and they performed a medley of songs. I'm like, but Coco was singing lead on them all. Taj and LeLee are backup dancers and backup singers. The reason SWV don't hire backup vocalists because Coco uses Taj and LeLee as backup. So to say we found because we still tour, everybody's still touring. Also, just to point out, y'all know though the Jennifer Hudson interviews that SWV did and that Escape did are old. Candy told us a couple weeks ago they recorded those interviews before the show aired. They're just not airing now. So don't think that those are all old. That stuff they did. If you look at what they had on, that stuff they had on a while ago. So those interviews are like a month old. Before the full show aired out and the receipts came out and all of that stuff. It's old. But let's get into finish. Let's switch to Taj complaining.
Situation with the song that goes last. Again, the argument seems like it comes up as they want to open and close. No, we were never told we had that option.
Did you ask?
We were never told. It was.
Did you ask? Again, if this is supposed to be a collaborative thing, why are y'all not collaborating? Collaboration, in my opinion, means you talk, you communicate, you make choices, you ask questions, you make decisions. So it's like, were y'all told one thing before filming and y'all just went off that one thing and did not think to ask any other questions? Nothing. Because if someone tells me this is the point of the show, I'm going to have I need questions. Show me the contract so I can see this and that. It just don't seem like they collaborated on shit. But keep saying it's a collaboration. But no one told us we could do this. No one told, if it's y'all show, y'all didn't have no say so. Okay.
We're better than you. We do this. Candy and Tiny has more followers, and that's just that. So we didn't mind opening. We don't mind opening. We open all the time. The thing that we were trying to explain, I was trying to explain to Tamika, is that you close your show with the strongest song.
The last song was going to be I'm Everyone. That was the last song. And in my opinion, if the last two songs, if the last song each group performs is their own best song, and then they go into both groups together on one song, what does it matter? I'm confused. We know a lot of people love the song Weak. I love the song Weak. I also love Understanding. I can't be upset if the other group wants to do their own song. It's not as if they said that y'all can't do Weak. Y'all can still sing Weak. What does it matter if it's performed first or second? It's still performed at the end of the show. But it's easy for SWV to put up a stink and a fuss as if Escape is the one trying to be the headliner, have the last song, have this and have that. I'm like, girl. Who cares? I feel like I'm so many ways, in so many ways, SWV is throwing up to say outrage to gain followings and to appear less boring. Coco seems to refer to herself in first person. I think she does. Weak and Understanding are both strong songs. To the point, sing a song both groups can do together. They did that. That's all. It's done to this argument.
Not for nothing, Weak is the strongest song on all of our playlists. Everything.
To you, some folk might like anything. Some folk might like Feel So Good. Some folk might like Run to the Arms. It's other songs that people may feel that both of y'all have that are amazing songs. Stop fussing.
Weak is a triple platinum international #1 song. Let me break it down to you like this. New Edition is off the chain. They've been around for 40 years. You got New Edition, Johnny Gill, Ralph Tresvant, Bobby Brown, BBD. All these hits, all these records, and you know what they end their show on? Poison! Because Poison is the biggest song and it gets people out their seats and they're ready to scream, "It's driving me out of my mind."
I heard that's a I did not mean to pause on that face, but it did. I've heard from other people that New Edition sometimes ends on different songs because New Edition has they really can end on Can You Stand the Rain. They can end on Candy Girl. New Edition has so many hits that they could end on because they're one group mixed up with different group because we do have Bobby Brown. They technically, My Prerogative is a song to end on. They can end on any song that any of them has done. They can end on My if you wanted to. I'm just saying. There, right. Can you stand the rain? Sun. You know what I'm saying? Tell me if will I see you smile again? Cause I know I messed up. Baby, you said New Edition and BBD and Bobby Brown have hits. And little step I take, you will be there. You know what I'm saying? Now, they can't end on Ralph Tresvant's Sensitivity, okay? But my point is, she's making it seem as if they end on BBD. No, man, it can be anything. Okay? Because they have, right, Mr. Telephone Man, it's something wrong with my life. Okay? On a perfect day. And girl, come on, look, we can do, you know what I'm saying? And this is the gotcha. New Edition is a group. Even though that group spawned solo careers and BBD is a group, they still are New Edition. SWV and Escape are not a group. So deciding what song to end on is different compared to New Edition and all seven, is it 7 or 8? I don't know, 7, 8 of them, versus these two separate groups who've never really worked together like this. Okay, cool it now. Okay. So again, she be saying shit that does not come 2 plus 2 not 4. It isn't. 2 plus 2 does not equal Escape and SWV. 2 plus 2 does equal New Edition. I'm just saying.
Yes, yes. I mean, that's what we were taught growing up. Maybe it's changed with social media that followers get the last song. I don't know.
Not followers again. Shady.
But like I said, that's all we were trying to say. But it makes it look like we were being difficult, and it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. And then you have somebody. Oh, okay, that was the thing in that scene because that's the first time you really saw me get a little antsy. But again, you don't see the stuff that goes around that. Yeah, I didn't like being put on the spot and being told you said and you did. First of all, again,
if you did say something and if you did do something and someone called it out, I mean, have the conversation.
I could care less about what someone else does as long as it doesn't affect me. Don't come near me and mine, and we're fine. Oh, that rhymes too. But yeah, no, I was put in a position where I had to defend myself and I had to break it down. What I said, you will not put words in my mouth. That's what you won't do. And yeah, you won't do that. Not when I'm sitting there. And I had to defend myself. And yes, it seems to me, and you didn't get this part where I said they can be a little dysfunctional. They can be a little dysfunctional.
No, nobody is saying that Escape at this current time on this show. The issue with Escape is Tasha. So it's almost like Taj refuses to say their issue was Tasha. The issue is not Escape. It's not. Because Escape as a trio right now with Tamika, Tiny, and Candy, they're fine. The things we saw with Tamika, Tiny, and Candy, there were no issues. The beef between Tamika and Tasha, that's a whole separate issue for the sister. That's a family issue. That ain't an Escape issue. Now, Tasha and her bullshit, rocking and stealing, it's caused an issue with an Escape because of Tasha, not because of Escape. Escape issue is Tasha. Tasha gone right now. Tasha's somewhere by herself at the house with Rocky, stealing somebody else's money, allegedly, possibly, whatever. And to make it seem as if Escape currently is toxic and drama filled is not really true. It's really one member. And even though they have issues, they were still trying to work together. But we know for a fact that for years, SWU to the V had drama too. Were messy too. Was all of the bad words I can't think of right now. And to me, SWV have been attempting to be like, see, they have issues in their own group. So how they trying to figure out what we should do? They have issues in their own group. How can they fuss about the last song? They can get this together. But I'm like, but Tasha was the issue. Oh, come on now, Miss Fontanella. They are dysfunctional because they all have equal votes. Meaning in Escape, they all saying how they feel and they have to agree on shit. And at SWV, they function because they all rely on Coco. What Coco wants to do, they do. Why? Because Coco is the voice. They all move by how Coco moves. Because why? Because Coco sang the songs. That don't mean that Taj and LeLee can't sing. What it means is your main singer of Coco makes the rules. that's hard to deal with. So it is harder when you have people who not trying to just say, okay, whatever you say, Coco. They're not going to do that. If everybody listened to Tasha and follow whatever Tasha said, it would not be no big issue at all. That's how the group used to operate. And as Candy said, once we grew up and it was no longer do what Tasha wanted to do, that's when more issues came about, when Tasha lost control. If Coco, first of all, Coco could leave Taj and LeLee at home and go on tour by herself and hire 2 dancers behind her to lip sync them lip syncing. So I'm like, we have to call a spade a spade. The minute Escape stopped following and letting Tasha make the decisions and let Tasha being the leader of the group, as soon as that happened, that's when they got into more dysfunctional shit because Tasha became an issue, and now Tasha fussing with Candy. Tamika's Tasha's sister, so Tamika took Tasha's side. Tiny's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it was dysfunction, because no one had to follow behind Tasha, well, except Tamika back then. And now they're fully like, fuck that. No, we have our own mind. And Coco does what she wants to do, say what she wants to say. And usually Taj and LeLee follow behind her. And the one time they don't, she get pissed and I won't sing. Come on now, KC. Taj say Escape is dysfunctional, but yet they plan the whole production for the concert. Let's keep listening.
Am I right or wrong?
Wrong.
I'm gonna say I'm right on this one. I'm gonna have to pat my back. But you don't see that part. It's all good though. It's all good. You know what? This is the thing for me. I love Escape, and I always have. And
do you? Because let's call it the thing. We have seen both groups complain about the other. We have. We've seen Escape complain about SWV and vice versa. The difference is, usually, in my opinion, when we've seen Escape complain, they're saying like it's stuff like they wear combat boots and overalls. What they do. They don't have backup dancers. They don't. They don't have no. It's stuff that's stuff. And I feel like when we see SWV complain, it's shady shit. I sold 30 million records, bitch. Y'all little 7. Okay, they're dysfunctional. That you don't see this part, you don't see that part. They're complaining, and it's like, but you love them. But you know, it's like, no, y'all saying some shady shit because y'all saying shady shit. But don't make it seem as if, but I love them. Well, then stop making it seem like they fucking y'all over.
this is why I do not like reality television, because it ruins relationships. It just ruins relationships. You have relationships with these people for hundreds of years, and then one incident comes up, and all of a sudden, nowadays, it's a Twitter, Instagram war.
See, and that's the difference. They taking Twitter and Instagram to heart. They're taking Candy, who always do speak on it. As in, oh, Candy is hating on us. She's being mean and blah, 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 blah. And that ain't what it is. The only people who made it seem like y'all was beefing was you and LeLee. Y'all social media shit was like, y'all really upset. Y'all mad. And right, Team Ruby, Escape, in my opinion, those first like 2 episodes, I do think, you know, they try to keep it cute and be respectful. And then they said, fuck that, gloves is off. Because Escape was allowing SWV to just be like whatever. But the more and more I think Taj and LeLee and also Coco too saw people on social media talking, and I mean the fans, they got big balled and bad with it, and then felt validated in how they felt. They felt like, I think they're being mean to us. And when all the trolls and people was in the comment, they're being mean. They hate y'all. They do hate us. They are mean. They took it to heart. It's a way to see people commenting, and like I think that too, or I don't agree. But to me, I felt like they thought they had more power because they saw people agreeing they are mean to us. They're being mean to us. I can't believe they're being mean to us.
I think it's so stupid. Not when we have all these modes of communication. Call me, talk to me, tell me what's wrong. If you can't do that, don't go on social media because you literally missed a step. Instead of going to social media, you could just dial 7 digits, 10 digits, whatever it is. That's it. Oh, so I was a little frustrated watching that episode because I just really hate the way it makes us look. It makes SWV look like all we want to do is we want to open, we want a headline, no, that is not far from the truth. We did not want to headline.
Then why y'all fussing?
We don't mind opening.
Then why y'all fussing?
All we wanted was the final song because we had the biggest song.
Well, do something else. Do something else.
But I guess that's wrong.
It's not wrong. Do something else.
Was it really that heated between you and Tamika? Oh, yes, honey. It again, like I said, you didn't see the part that happened before. I was put in a position where I had to defend myself, and like I said, what I don't like is when people put words in my mouth and try to make it seem like it's something it's not, because the one thing I don't do is fear anyone. And if you think telling somebody she said is going to make me clamor, you got the wrong one. Go to somebody else.
Well, first of all, Taj is the bone collector. So this is the kicker. Taj was the one who went and told Candy that Tasha told her she had a solo thing. Taj is the one who went to Coco and LeLee and said, Tamika said we irrelevant. Like Taj has been the one who was going between both groups. Because we see Taj the most going between both groups, saying this and saying that. She's the only one who talked to everybody, okay? So she's the one going to everyone saying what someone said. And the one time that Tamika said, well, Taj said this, you felt like she brought it up to sun you. It's like, no, she did the exact same thing you did. The difference is she did it in your face. That's the difference. And I still feel like, yes, Sharice, I still feel like that Taj twisted Tamika's words and made it seem as if, and my thing is, if you and Tamika had a argument because y'all felt two different ways, and that was y'all argument, for you to then go to your group mates to say, hey, the other group feel like we ain't shit. We ain't nothing. We is nobody's. Like, and I don't think anyone said that. And now she's making it seem as if, because Tamika then said, well, Ty said this in front of the entire group, that was Tamika's way of trying to call her out or scare her into a corner. It's like, no, if you said it, say you said it. Because at this point, I don't even think that Tasha know that Taj told Candy about her solo deal. So for Taj to be the goddamn bone collector who's taking this and that and that and this to the others, because Coco already said on a previous live, she didn't really film with anybody that much. Because we really only see Taj filming independent scenes with the ladies. We haven't seen Coco or LeLee. We did not even see Coco. I mean, we didn't even see LeLee and Tiny meet up to discuss the costume, the wardrobes. We've seen Taj meet up and talk with and have conversations with everyone. That's our role on here. And it's like we're seeing y'all in the comment section replying, being offended, being big, bald, and bad. You can't have it both ways. You can't want to fuss with folks who see things one way and think they're wrong, but then all the folks who are supporting you, you're right. They do hate us. You're right. I agree with you. It's like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And Coco, who was the actual lead singer, ain't saying much of nothing. She'll repost stuff on her stories, but Coco don't tweet nothing and she don't post anything to her actual page. Now, Taj usually saves her lives. She didn't save this one because I think she realized she saved it and people take it and then you see what she say. And because of my opinion, she was being really shady in this one. Let me not save it. And she did not save this one, but I did. I got it. Mm-hmm.
I really wish y'all wouldn't have done the show. They are super disrespectful. Thank you, Miss Erica54. And you know what? We feel the same way.
So they're super disrespectful. How?
It's Channy. I wish SWV and Escape will do a tour collab together. You know what? Let me just tell y'all. That would have been one of the greatest tours. And I would have been so honored to be a part of it because I just think that the two girls, we were the rough ones, the rugged ones. We had that street appeal, and I think we were both great groups. Yes, we had the advantage. Is that our fault? No, it's not our fault. But that would have been. It would have been so dope. So I am a little disappointed that it's not going to happen because of egos. I mean, if we could just.
It's not ego, and that's another issue I have with them. Is how they keep blaming and saying because of egos. Oh, because of egos. Oh, because of egos. No. Not at all. It ain't anyone's egos. It's not. So stop it.
Put egos to the side and just do it for the culture. And I'm like, when they're arguing, I'm like, yo, y'all are needed in this culture. Why are you doing this?
And let's be clear.
Especially on.
Let's be clear. We haven't really seen Escape arguing. We haven't. We've seen Tamika and Tasha. That's some sister shit. We not seen Escape argue. Also, yes, Tamika and Tiny and Candy have repeatedly said we can still do. They were saying that shit on the show. But it's easy for Taj to be saying around here, oh, I can't. The sisters were arguing. The sisters were arguing about something that had nothing to do with Escape. So even her saying, I hate seeing them argue. Tasha and Tamika, sisters fight all the time. In real life, sisters fight, siblings fight. You fuss for a day or two, you make up. Now, Tasha and Tamika is going to be a little bit of a minute. But we seen not much. And even when Escape came together, the four of them, we did not see them argue. We seen Tasha walk in and Tasha walk out. We didn't really see any arguments. Just saying.
Camera, like why? So yeah, I'm disappointed, but it's all good. I mean, like LeLee said, we were well oiled trained before wheel or whatever she said before this all happened, and we'll keep rolling because that's what we do. Oh, G the Prince 22. Do you think Latasha will be dropped from her label because of the negative attention she's been getting? I don't know. That whole situation is on another level. That whole situation, it has taken a life of its own. I mean, this whole show is literally about that situation. And then when the show is not on, it's all over the internet. I can't tell you. I don't know, but I feel bad for her. Allie Ward show, why Rocky and Tasha I don't know why they shicey. I don't have nothing to do with that one, boo. Marquez, I hate how much shit got edited and didn't make the show. Say word. Have y'all commented on Tiny comparing your production and outfits? There's no need to. If that's how they feel, more power to them. Look, we get out there, we're comfortable, we do what we have to do. We've not really had any, I've not heard any comments about us. I mean, I guess they count. This is the thing I keep telling people. Promoters, producers, networks, tours, they all find value in SWV with our flat shoes, our overalls, and whatever. It's our peers that have a problem with us. And sadly, it's the peers that don't give us a check. So continue to think what you want and feel how you feel.
So she first said, "Why don't you know it's nothing to say?" She then said, "Did they say something about her clothes?" She then repeated exactly what Tiny said: the flat boots and overalls. So did you not know what she said? Because you said it. Did you not care? But you had to reply. And it's weird because I'm like, you can't say three different things in one sentence that don't make no sense. Did they say something about us? Yes, because you then said it. And I want to reiterate the fact that Tiny said they wear combat boots and overalls, and we dress up. To me, that really wasn't shade. To me, it wasn't shade. Because it's true. That is what y'all wear. Y'all wear something that's different than what they wear. It's not worse. It's not less than. It's different. It's just different. But the fans in the comment section said that was mean and that was rude and that was being shady. So you then think it's shady. So remember, y'all, she just said she had nothing to say about it. She then said something about it. Why she keep responding back to the same question that keeps getting asked?
Why do they feel that you grown women should almost naked? I guess. I don't know. That's the thing now. Everybody wearing panties.
Everybody wearing panties. Now look, we may not fully like y'all know I'm putting up Escape's outfits, right? Stage show. I want to pull up some necklace. We may not like. We may not want to wear what Escape wears, but I'm also fully aware that when people do a stage show, you think Beyonce don't walk around in her costumes at home what she wear on stage. We've all seen Candy and Tiny and Tamika and Tasha. We've seen them in different stuff off stage. These are stage outfits to be seen from the back. You wear stuff that the fans can see far back. You not wearing stuff you're gonna wear to the PTA meeting. Okay, you're performing. You're performing. You just it's a little dress up. That's all it really is. It's dress up. It's they on the stage, walking around, dancing around, moving around. I don't feel like Escape wears pennies. But this is SWV. That's Escape. I don't like the notion to say, oh, they in panties. That's not panties. But they're wearing boots and costumes for stage. Now let's go to SWV stage show. Let's see what we can find for them. This was them today, which aired for the Jennifer Hudson show. They and all, you can't even you don't know who is who. But we know who Lee, who Coco is because she's in the middle. My point is you can't see that shit from far behind. If you pay for the nosebleed section, you can't see that. So I feel like y'all want to wear all black stuff that can't nobody see far away, then do that. If y'all want to be in all black, okay, well then do that. If y'all want to be, that's y'all in some color, okay, cool. But I'm just saying, like, even this is cute and sexy and not panties. The fact that I can't find that much for SWV, okay, dressed like church sisters. My point is, it's just two different styles. It's really just two different styles. And if them styles happen to be combat boots and combat and camouflage jackets or whatever, that's cool. If that's your style, that's cool. This was them back in 2017. This is 6 years ago. So I feel like, again, anyone saying, you know, why are you talking about her clothes? Why are you talking about her clothes? It's like, that's your outfit. It's okay. That's how y'all dress. But that's your style. That's not demeaning y'all. That's just saying how y'all dress. Escape used to wear baggy jeans, boots, and jerseys. Now that ain't what they wear. A lot of the girl groups back in the day, that's how y'all know how the dang on Mary J. Blige. Let me put up Mary J. Blige Real Love video. If y'all recall the great days of the 90s, if y'all are old enough, to recall how I used to wear a tennis skirt, gym shoes, jersey, a ponytail with a little volleyball. You know what I'm saying? That's how we dressed back then. It was baggy clothes, hats, jerseys. But if you notice, Mary J. Blige, and that was her style in the 90s, even now, she's glammed it up. She's wearing thigh-high boots. Even if they flat boots, she's wearing hats, but it's a bit more upscale. Okay, it's a bit more upscale. But back in the day, that is how everyone dressed, for sure. But look at Mary now, looking like a bag of money. Okay, you can still be fly and be. Come on, look at Mary. Look at her. You hear me? So when Escape is saying like, well, they're they wear, they're wearing overalls, which we did wear back in the day. They're wearing, combat boots, which we did wear back in the day. You can wear that shit and be a little bit better than you were. Throw a long trench coat on there. So the fact that they take that as a diss, to me, means that's how y'all feel.
Is there any chance of you ladies figuring it out? I don't know, and I'm disappointed too. I don't know. Look, we're not the ones that hopped on social media and with receipts and started just disrespecting. I mean, it's just disrespectful, and no matter.
Now we went on. Who did that? That's a horrible wig. Who did that? Again, we not the ones who went on social media posting receipts and being rude. And when the only people who posted receipts was, let me get my what graphic. Because do you want it? Do you want the receipt?
Do you want me to bring the receipt? Do I need to bring the receipt? No.
I'm just saying, who did that? Who did that? Like, no one did. No, Candy, Tamika, Tasha, or Tiny went on social media going at SWV. But if you only hear Taj, you would think Candy and them was over there talking cash shit. That's why they upset. And I'm like, no, they wasn't. Candy went and did a speak on like she do for everything else, and gave more backstory and some more stuff within their own group than when SWV. Now, when Taj and them, when they started going live and saying shit, Candy and them was replying to what was being said, in my opinion. But I told y'all yesterday, I said SWV and Taj and LeLee have their own self-doubt based on their history in their own group. And they're now letting that eat their ass alive in the comment section.
How much you say is business, it's not business, because you know what? Business can be worked out. So, anyway, not a question, but I love to show you and your husband on your reality show. Thank you. You know one thing about I Married a Baller, that was in 2006, so we were like one of the first families to do a reality show.
So again, her first show was in 2006. She should know better.
What I loved about that show is that it was organic. This is before storylines and all that other stupid shit came in.
So now she, again, pushing the narrative, this is some fake shit. My show was real. My show was real. Okay? And this was real reality TV. This fake shit now, then why keep doing reality TV? You knew when y'all did y'all show as SWV how shit was. And you kept coming back to do TV on reality shows. So if you need to check, then just say that.
So what you saw was organic and just natural. There was no way I could have planned my dog dying in the middle of that show. My husband's father had a nervous breakdown and had to be hospitalized at his Jersey retirement. Those things are not planned. That's just natural. And the thing about it is,
and guess what?
You can get enough footage of anything if you just film what you see. But
the fact that this show caught a conversation between Tamika and Tasha that had Tasha, I caught myself before I said it out loud, girl. The show caught Tasha getting caught out by Tamika, and they then followed a part of that story. But to make it seem like my show was real, this is some fake shit. Because if you just follow the story, you can get some real stuff, and I had these storylines. So that's like saying somebody made Tamika make up this shit about Rocky. It's like, no, let's call it all out since it's all being called out at the time. This is what was going on then. The promoter they were working with sent them stuff, girl.
Reality television always have to set up these scenes and yeah. Let me see what else. So
I do feel like back in the day it was more reality. What I'm saying is Taj is aware of how it's done, and she keeps coming back to do it. And then will complain about what was done while she was doing what she knew was going to be done. I do know that a lot of these shows will put you in a situation to see how you react. The same way the real world put 7 strangers in the house and then seeing what happened. If I put everybody on the show, let's just see what happens. But if we record the show and that's what it is, and then while the show is airing, you're now coming on social media reacting to the comments of the fans, you can be a little bit delusional. Because the show was already shot, and people's reaction to the show should not change your idea of what happened and how you felt when it happened. And make you double down into feeling like, oh, it was shade. But if you're shooting a show and 2 of the group members who are sisters, and we found out one sister stole the other one's money, they're going to follow that story.
Costumes fit, did they end up looking like stripper outfits? Ours didn't. Tiny talk about SWV costumes. Yeah, that's cool. How did y'all feel about them down in SWV's looks and clothes tonight? Well, at this point, I'm not surprised, but it's all good. You know what? Everybody doesn't like the way they dress, so you don't have to like the way we dress. Again, we still get on stage and we do what we have to do. Tiny was throwing major shade with y'all outfits. What do you think about that? I thought it was a little foul, but you know what? Again, I'm not surprised. Look, like I said,
I'm not surprised. Now, I told y'all earlier, she said, I don't, did they say something? I don't. And now she's reading the comments, that are coming up. She's already answered that question. In my opinion, to keep repeating it and repeating it. I'm like, why you already answered it? In my opinion, it's because you wanted to keep saying and dive into that comment of Tiny and Escape were dogging us. So let me keep asking the question that they're asking me and keep saying something as I keep going. I'm just saying.
I went to Atlanta thinking I was going to have a ball. I thought that when I got to Atlanta and hook up with these girls that I've known for forever, I've never had a problem with ever. I supported them through everything. I bought bedroom candy. I bought both the sisters' cookbooks. Every song they put out, I supported those girls because I loved them. And I thought that we all had a decent or at least a strong relationship because, again, I've never had any problems with them before. But when we got there, it was just totally different. It was totally different. And I used to be in my apartment because I'm like, there wasn't really anybody to hang out with. And I'm just, it was different. It was different. You can see the disappointment in my face because I'm very disappointed with the whole thing. I can't even lie. How do y'all feel about what they said about your costumes and show production? What can I say? If that's how they feel, more power to them. What is it? Because they got more coins, and it's always something stupid to give someone a reason to be disrespectful. It's all good.
If again, I like to point out, and I like she was live for over an hour. I cut it down to about 20 minutes. If you see an Escape show that does have stage, lighting, dancers, this and that, and this, all this stuff, it's a different production. It's a production. So again, how can someone saying SWV does not produce a show? They go out there and they combat booths, they come in clothes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They do not have a backup dance. They do not have all this. It's just them sitting on 3 stools singing for 30, 40 minutes and they go home. That's what they do. That's fine. No one is saying there's anything wrong with that. However, if we are doing a concert and y'all come out for 30, 40 minutes and sit down and sing, you may walk around a little bit, but you have no production of your, because singing is one thing. Putting on a production is something different. People who are on Broadway, that's a fucking production. It's sets and costumes, singing, dancing. It's a production. SWV go to concerts and they go out there and they sing. They do not put on a production. And it's not a disrespectful comment to say what you do. Y'all go out there and y'all sing. But if that's all y'all do, but we have sets and costumes and dancers and all this shit, it is different. But in my opinion, SWV has been making it seem like that's like someone saying Tubi. A Tubi movie compared to Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever was a fucking production. Tubi is fucking Tubi. It's two different things. Yeah, they both movies. You know, it's a movie, but how it's done is different. The effort put into the execution is different. The editing is different. The acting is different. You're both acting, yes, but y'all, some people go out there and do whatever, and it's funny. And some folk take time to put together a show to make it be something.
What do you think? What do you think of Tiny judging y'all stage real well? So everybody wants to know about that. When her own group dressed like hood cabaret dancers. LeLee said they look like Apollonia 6. I was dying when I saw that. That was funny. And when she said she'd be caught dead, only dead in there, that was hilarious. Why Coco Pop you in the back of the head on the show? Did she? I don't know. I probably said something smart or stupid. Do you feel like you were in the writing for telling Candy about Latasha's gospel deal? And again, let me just tell y'all this. I said it last week. I could care less that Tasha had a gospel deal. I could care less about what goes on within Escape. Now, if you believe I really went over there just to tell her that, you watch too much reality television.
And that's the gotcha. Let me walk around the point of what was said. No one said you strictly went to Candy to snitch. The point was you did go over there and spill that bit of tea. Even though we know y'all talked about more than just that, you still went over there, and that was a part of the conversation. I love Apollonia 6, who really did kind of wear lingerie type of clothes and pull up Apollonia in case y'all, girl, don't know who they is, but you never know. Apollonia 6 was a group, that Prince did. Let's share. You're my sex shooter. Come and play with mine. I can't do a song. Oh, they wore actual like lingerie. This is not what Escape wear. They're not in lingerie. This is actual lingerie. If y'all have never heard the song Sex Shooter, I love that song. Okay. Love it. But to even compare Escape to Apollonia 6, who was out in the 80s. Come on, kiss the gun. I'm like, right, and LeLee around here writing hot pocket books. Cause she know when Coco stops singing, she gonna be the check. Y'all said Vanity 6, I'm saying Prince. Look at Prince. Prince had his ass out. Tonight, living in a fantasy, I want a nasty world. Look, pull up Nasty Girl too. Okay, pull up. I was on it. I was on it. Pull up Vanity 6, Nasty Girl. If I could play music without getting striked, I would play it. But I don't want to get no strike. I'm just saying the whole Apple. I'm like, what? We love them. Okay.
Can y'all bring back your own show? No, because it has to be drama in these shows. And we did that for 2 seasons, and all it did was wreck our relationship. We had to step back and realize, look at what we're doing. We're sitting here sabotaging our own careers for a 30 or 60-minute show that will be over soon, and we still have to go on. So no, we will not do any more shows that
but came on this show.
Have SWV against each other. We don't need to do that.
So let's come on the show and be against somebody else. Y'all was on your own show that y'all saw how I was. Y'all was on the show with Salt and Pepper.
How do y'all feel about what they said? Everybody wants to know about what they said about our clothes. Yes, it was foul, but that's how they feel. And if that's how they feel, so be it. I mean,
how was it foul? Not it was foul.
Like, I can't change the way they feel. I don't care. It's not going to change us. We like to be comfortable. I actually like heels, but I have 4 knee surgeries, so I can't really function as well as I used to. Like, I used to be the one that dropped down to the floor and hop up and down. I can't do that anymore. Sorry.
I do not wear heels at all. I'm always in flats. I'm in flat sneakers. I'm in flat boots or whatever. You can still wear boots and have on flats and still be sexy. I'm just saying.
It just won't happen. I can't do it. You guys don't look confrontational. Escape is delusional, thinking anyone wants to hear understanding over weak. Y'all are not the same girl. SWV's iconic group. Thank you. Thank you. You think when drama is already brewed in a group, it spills into business with other performers?
So you saw. Why would you even read a comment from somebody that's dogging Escape? And yeah, right. Who would want to hear understanding? Y'all saw how she was kind of, you know what I'm saying? Rewind a little bit. Just let it play.
The same girl. SWV's iconic. Can't really function as well as I used to. Like, I used to be the one that dropped down to the floor and hop up and down. I can't do that anymore. Sorry. It just won't happen. I can't do it. You guys don't look confrontational. Escape is delusional, thinking anyone wants to hear, understand, and overweak. Y'all are not the same girl. SWV's iconic group. Thank you. Thank you. You think when drama is already brewed in a group, it spills into business with other performers no matter what piece is attempted. I agree. I do agree with that because, yeah. And we tried to step in and, yeah.
Again, they're just, we tried. It ain't us, it's them. Okay. Again, but they don't start, but they not on social media being negative. They not on social media doing shit. It's all Escape. Okay.
Sometimes you just gotta mind your own business and stay to the left, What other group would y'all want to do this with? All groups. We performed with Brown. We performed with every girl group that's out so far. This is the only time we've had problems. And honestly, we performed with them. We performed with them several times. And yes, we opened for them. On their tour, we opened. And there were other dates that we did with them. We opened. And it was never a problem. We did not have a problem with opening. But this show, this collaborative show, extension of Versus, was supposed to be co-headlining. We didn't understand where the we gotta be the headliner thing came from, because it makes no sense. We're all on the stage at the same time doing the same thing. Where is the headliner? And then they're like, they want to open and close. No, we didn't ask to open. You decided we were opening, and we were fine with that. So we're just telling you, Weak is the strongest song on everybody's play. The whole little playlist that was there, Weak is the only song that was, it could take all the songs. So you end your show with the strongest song, and that was a problem because we're not good enough to have a strongest song, but maybe we'll get our followers up. Okay, Kathy Densler. Why was Escape's team planning the show? SWV didn't want to use your team. So we were in Atlanta filming, and there was only but so much time to do anything. We are not from Atlanta, so because we had to move, they had their people ready to rock. So we used their people. Like, maybe sometimes you need to mix it up so you can get some ideas in there. But anyway, you ever got in a fight for real? Oh my God, baby, I'm from Brooklyn. I was jumped on the subway. I had to fight my way out of a couple things. Hell, I was fighting. Me and my ex-boyfriend, the reason I left him is because he was abusive. He used to hit me. I'm fighting him. So trust me, I can throw these hands when I have to. I just don't like to. Why? Why do I want to get this face scratched up? No, I don't do that. Did you like the playlist that Candy wanted? No, the original playlist, it was very slow. It was very slow. I think it would have been a snooze fest had it stayed the way it did. You have to start the show with a bang to get people amped, and then you go into the other songs that people love, and then, like I said, you end the show. When you sing that last song, people are supposed to get excited. They're supposed to scream and get happy, and I tell you what, it doesn't matter where we go, out of the country, what continent, when they hear, they go crazy. That is a strong song. It's an international song, but who am I to say otherwise, right? I don't have any followers. How do you feel about Tiny's comments? Tiny is a beautiful person. She knows everything.
But yeah.
Oh yeah. So tell me what you think about tonight's show.
Todd, if I have to hear one more thing about this follower BS, I'm so sick of it. Like, they really believe that followers are the reason that people are coming to their show. No, it's all about the music. It's all about the music, number one. Okay, followers, you can have a lot of empty followers on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and it's like, okay, you have all these followers, but anybody can have all these followers, but they're not buying their album. They're not going number one. So it's like, what's the point of bringing on the fact, okay, you have a lot of followers, but what's the worth if nobody's showing up? And I feel like they show up for you simply because of your music. It's your music that puts in those.
No hoopla. No
yeah, and then they're talking about your wardrobe, your stage presence. Y'all still selling out. It's like,
we can't bring anybody in a show. We can't. Nobody's gonna come see
right.
us. Are you kidding me?
Right. I'm just loving that LeLee and Coco and you are just standing your ground about that, because I want to see a co-headline. I want to see a co-headline with all of you, and I feel like this is a kind of a repeat of what happened with Ladies Night on the last one, when there was this big scuffle of you opening up.
Yeah, and that's another thing I want to clarify. From what I understand, I was told that someone said there was the same problem with co-headlining with the. No, it wasn't. Those receipts are wrong. That was not the problem. Again, we felt disrespected. We were out there with them. We had no place to say we gonna headline your tour.
Right.
No, oh my God, I hate when people say things on the internet and it's automatically
right.
the truth, because.
Like this man on here, because she was calling people up, how they bring folks up on the thing. I had to pee y'all, I'm sorry. But I heard him saying how, Escape have all them followers and nobody buying them albums. Sir and Taj, because I did not say anything about that. I feel like, first of all, no one is selling records right now like that, for one. Also, it's aggravating to, I'm trying to be really politically correct. It's aggravating to see Ty say how disrespectful Escape be, but she allowed people to come on her platform to dog Escape and say how they have all them followers, but no one's buying no albums, as if anyone has bought anything from either group recently like that. The fact of the matter is, both groups are on tour. The fact of the matter is, Taj is okay letting people come up here and talk shit about Escape, because she can also then say, well, I didn't say anything. I can kind of agree with what he's saying. But let me, because that's why I told y'all I don't allow people to really come up on my channel, because you are then held liable for what they say. And truth be told, as we all have said over and over again, Escape, due to Tiny and Candy's time on reality TV, the only reason SWV and Escape is on a show on Bravo is because of Candy. Let's call a thing a thing. The reason more people are even getting to know who either group is because of Candy. I don't want no Escape. If no one tossed the idea for Escape to come do a Bravo show. No, it was Escape with Candy doing the Bravo show. The same reason when they had the first season of Escape still kicking it, because Candy said no to a second season. It wasn't a second season. So it's aggravating that, right, Escape ain't put an album out since 98. SWV, the last two albums SWV did, which people say was great albums, I didn't hear them, but people say they were great albums. No one bought them albums. Because sometimes your fans just don't buy your stuff. It doesn't happen. So it's like, you would think that Taj, who's from a group who last two albums went door knocker, which is winning circles, they didn't go nowhere besides the circles, you would think they would not let someone hold somebody about not selling albums, because your last album did not sell. Now, Escape's last album sold. It did numbers back in 98. But the ones y'all did after that did not. But you have to remember, when somebody allows people and acknowledges the shade of people in your face and they don't say shit, that's called disrespect. When you bring someone up on your platform and they're talking about the other group who you said you loved and loved and loved and loved, but you up here with him kikiing about whatever, I would say, hold on, let's not, they sold albums back then. It's okay. You can love both groups. But when someone reads the negative bullshit, when someone allows someone to keep talking and saying negative shit, they want it to be. Y'all see with me, if I see the bullshit, I shut it down. If I see it, I shut it down. When you see something and you don't shut it down, it's because you want it to be shared. You want it to be said.
And let me just say, from that ladies' night show, when you said like pushing is bigger than anything, Yeah, maybe, but your song charted higher than Push It. So I just want to put that out there right there. So
now he up there trying to say, oh, y'all song did better than Salt and Pepper Push It. I want to Push It over Weekend, okay? Salt and Pepper is legendary as well.
yeah, it's just like it's all about just celebrating music. I don't understand what the big deal is.
I cut him off because he was talking too much shit.
I'm doing great.
I have watched the show from episode 1 from the very first beginning. I would say first, let me say I absolutely love SWV a whole. But Coco, Cheryl Elizabeth Gamble. Well, I love her authenticity. I love how she was so honest about her. I love how she was honest about her. And correct me if I'm wrong, is bipolar depression or disorder.
But she's bipolar. I love she was diagnosed with bipolar.
About that. I love how she was honest about that. What I love about LeLee is that LeLee can go there, but she don't go there unless she have to.
No, she go there regardless.
But
why would you want to go there all day long?
There's no stopping her. What I love about you is that you're the most, and in every group, it needs to have a balance. What I love about you is you're the very calm, relaxed. Okay, let's find a way to settle this. You're like the one that tell the girls, all right, girls, we're not gonna take it there. Let's just try to find a resolution for it.
That's what I try to. But again, you don't put somebody so far.
This show,
delusion.
Don't ever do a reality TV show again. I don't even, and a lot of people saying we want a reunion. I don't want to see a reunion. I don't.
We're gonna come in there with our flat shoes and overalls.
I don't want to see a reunion. I don't even want to see a season 2. I hate to see groups fight. I hate to see sisters fight. Because people fail to realize with reality TV shows, these producers and editors, they place what they know going to bring ratings. And as sad as it is, of course, drama brings ratings. But I'm sick of seeing black women. I'm sick of seeing sisters who are blood sisters fight.
Constantly arguing and fighting over nothing, right?
It's stupid. And then
on the show, that ain't even happening.
For them to say y'all don't have fans.
No one said SWV did not have fans. No one said that.
Who don't have fans?
To be honest, they didn't say we don't have fans. They just say we don't have a lot.
They were talking, they were making it seem like you all don't have fans. You all don't have.
No one said they don't have a lot of fans. Because you can have fans who are just not on social media. It's a difference.
Have a lot of followers, like
fans.
And Week, of course, Week would be a good closing, song. I mean, I love both groups, but
But instead of looking at it as a great closing song, they were looking at it as because they want a headline. It's not headlining. We just wanted them. If we're gonna put a playlist together, that was our opinion. The strongest song should go last, but the strongest song doesn't have that many followers.
From both, not one group, from both groups, with all 7 members, not 6, not 5.
Yeah, I agree. It needs to be all 7. But I'll tell you,
it needs to be all 7. You see the bullshit going on with the sisters, but you want them to come. They beefing right now, but make them sing. Make them sing. No.
I'll tell you this. Next week is the final performance. And I don't know how it's going to be shown. It was a good show, but it could have been immaculate. It could have been so much better without all the
But what I love is that how you all are so, and there's no discredit to Escape. But I love how you all went in with this situation with a mature head level.
Not SWV went in here with a mature head level. A mature head level. And that on that. Again, Taj, in my opinion, is messy. Taj, in my opinion, is playing victim. Taj, in my opinion, know for a fact that she is messy. But it's easier for her to sit and just listen to the bullshit. I'm not saying they have to sit there and accept whatever Escape say. I'm not saying Escape was perfect. I ain't saying that, you know, they couldn't take some things some kind of way. But I'm like, if you didn't listen to her live, you will see, oh, she's being messy and shady. She's saying we not doing shit. She's saying it's all them. But it really, no, is you too, ma'am. You sit up here and say, ain't nobody on social media starting shit, but you don't live every Sunday for an hour. And you can do that because Candy has her speak on it. But when Candy does her speak on it, in my opinion, she at least is giving the background story of what we don't know, what we didn't see, what was cut out. It's never really solely about SWV. It isn't. It be about the show within itself. It be about whatever we did not see. It be about who we did not know was there. We didn't know that Tasha was in that session with Coco and Candy. We didn't know that because it wasn't on the show. But Candy told us. Candy sit for about an hour or so where she gives us whatever else has happened. She'll discuss the other lies that people have done. She'll say things that fans said, and she'll explain the reasons to why she agree or disagree. She gives insight. It's the equivalent of when I see somebody live, let's watch the live and break it down to what was said. Because watching her live, you won't realize, but damn, she replied like 8 times about what Tiny said while acting like she did not know what Tiny said. So it's like, you can't be messy and not want to be messy while being messy. It doesn't work. Now, let's get to JD. And then we'll end it on Tamika's Watch What Happens Live stuff. Okay, but y'all take one. Let's go ahead and like the video. Like the video. I'm gonna get some water. Like the video. Because liking is the thing to do. So, we know that out of all this Escape drama, all this Tasha drama, and all this who broke up the group, or did Candy make him not put out Tasha album back in the 90s. Oh, no, we'll do Tiny and LeLee next. Thank you. We'll do Tiny and LeLee next. Then we'll do Tamika. I just don't have a graphic for Tiny and Tamika because it's in my, Tiny and LeLee because it's in my IG. Thank you, China, because I almost forgot. See? Y'all be reminding me. JD was on, well, first of all, JD, this is the second time that JD has discussed this. I can't play the time he was on The Breakfast Club 5 years ago, but I can tell what he said. Okay, but first, let's listen to what he said on V103. Was it V103? V103 in Atlanta with Shamia and Big Tigger. Now y'all know It's so weird when I play the stuff and I change the voice. In case anybody's new here, any YouTuber, when you go to somebody's video and the sound is either sped up or slowed down, it's simply so that the video won't get flagged because of the radio station or because of wherever we got it from. So we speed up the voices or slow them down to distort them. Okay, that's the only reason that. But so many, why the voices is funny? Why the voices? I'm like, do you not know what the? You not get it? You not know? Okay. Anyway, let's hear it real quick.
Had Escape in here the other day, and then we had Latasha here as well. I know you know all the drama that's been going on with them from their show, Queens of R&B. They've been going back and forth about a lot of stuff. One thing, they brought your name up and was saying that you were responsible for not releasing Latasha's albums. They said, well, why don't you ask JD about it? Did she ever ask you about that?
So that's Shamia. Hey, friend. And she specifically is saying we had, because I know she kind of low. She specifically is saying we had Escape here. We had Tasha here. You hear me? And Tasha said that, Candy was the reason that you canceled or did not put out her album. Because y'all know I posted this earlier. Because y'all know I post stuff for y'all to hear without me talking through it. And when I posted it earlier, everybody was like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? What's going on? He didn't say nothing. He didn't say, I was like, ma'am, sirs, ma'ams, and sirs. So I just wanted to make sure y'all knew exactly what she asked, and then you would hear his reply. Okay.
JD about it. Did she ever ask you about that?
No.
What are your thoughts?
They don't ask me that. They know what ask me.
What would have been your answer?
So because she said, did Tasha ever ask you about that? Because we kept on saying, did Tasha, did you ever ask JD, or did you just keep blaming? Did you keep blaming Candy? So she said, did she ever ask you about that? Okay.
Or not releasing Latasha's albums. They said, well, why don't you ask JD about it? Did she ever ask you about that?
No.
What are your thoughts?
They don't ask me that. They know what ask me.
What would have been your answer?
Because Tasha blamed Candy for it, and it was said you and Candy was dating at the time, and she was like, I ain't gonna stop your music from coming out. Talk to JD about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually. I was thinking about this because I saw it, and I was like, I don't actually remember.
I don't remember. Bishop Robbery has been very quiet. Very quiet. This is from today. This interview is from today. The interview he did 5 years ago on the Breakfast Club, I can't post it because what y'all don't know is when I do these interviews now, I will post it privately to see if it gets flagged or not. If it don't get flagged, I'll use it. I posted the one from the Breakfast Club. That one got flagged, so I'm not gonna post it. So I can't post it. But he was on the Breakfast Club 5 years ago and kind of said the same thing, but not, he went more into detail or whatever. However, but it's him saying, which means Tasha never asked me, about it. And to me, that's crazy. The fact that you never asked the record label dude what happened. But you assumed for the past 20 years that it was Candy's fault. And JD's like, I don't remember. Now, I saw folk in the comment section, I don't believe that, how can he not remember? This happened 20 years ago. I also feel like Tasha album probably ain't the first album that got shared. We know for a fact many people have deals and deals fall through when they're supposed to have an album and they don't have the album. So it's not as if it's such a memorable thing to someone. It probably could be very unfamiliar because it was so long ago. I also feel like it could be think about if back then she knew exactly why the album got shelved. So it may not have been a need for the story. So I feel like, I don't remember.
Really?
But you wouldn't have given Candy that kind of power to stop somebody, another artist on your label's record, right?
You said what now?
You wouldn't have allowed.
You like what? The fact that he like, what the fuck you mean? Like, what Candy? What? Him like, what you mean? To me, that's like, it probably was formed because why would Candy have anything to do with Tasha's album?
Remember? Really?
But you wouldn't have given Candy that kind of power to stop somebody, another artist on your label's record, right?
You said what now?
You wouldn't have allowed Candy to stop.
How could she?
That's what I'm saying. So that was the allegation.
No, nobody can do. No, it don't have nothing to do with it. I don't. Like I said.
So I want to point out that part right there because he didn't say nothing. Y'all have to stop. Not y'all. I'm saying people in general. People have to stop feeling like because someone did not sit there and say, "Wait, let me explain everything from A to Z," and then give you a step-by-step, play-by-play of something that happened 20-odd years ago. Him just saying, one, how can Candy stop me from doing anything? No, that didn't happen. To me, that's him addressing it. He directly addressed it. He may not have went into detail about why the album did not come out, but the question always was it Candy who made you or asked you or implied that you canceled that lady album? He's like, no, how could she? No. So I'm like, he verbatim answered the question.
I don't actually remember what actually happened in the process of Tasha's project, but I do know that it was moving forward. When I did Bounce With Me, Tasha, that's actually Tasha singing by herself on that song. And so me and Tasha was in the studio at that time. I don't remember what was actually happening. There was a lot going on at the time. Cause like I think if and it's so crazy because Nelly was in the studio with me last night. We was talking about these egos, and he's like JD, that's your job. That's what you do. You deal with all the egos. You know how to do it very well. Because if you remember, like when I did So Def 20th anniversary, it was only 2 girls that came on stage and performed as Escape at the 20th.
Oh, wow.
Right? So it's and at that time it was Tasha and her sister, and Tamika and Candy didn't show up. So it's like, I don't pay no attention to this either. I just it's okay. It is what y'all. I love it. I actually like it more or less than anything. I know everybody probably like this guy's wild, but the fact that you guys are talking to these girls in 2023, and I signed them in '92, and they're like at the top of the conversation on every blog, on TV, radio. It's a that's a real. I feel like something. That says something about the talent that they are, that people really still care about them. You know what I mean?
I also feel like people like, what's the reason? I'm like, JD is known if he don't like something, he won't put it out. That was a beef between him and Bow Wow too, because Bow would say, I don't want JD to eat it because the film. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could have easily been what they worked on when it came time to put it out. No one liked it enough to make it a solo project. Now, when he was on The Breakfast Club 5 years ago, okay, 5 years ago. Now, I'm going to pull it up. If I can find it. Because I watched it earlier today. I watched it, clipped it up, everything. And don't play. I just want to show y'all that it's up there. So if y'all want to go watch it, y'all can. But I'm going to tell y'all what it said because, it was what it was. But he was on there 5 years ago, back when Ashley was still on there. She was going that long. But boom, this from 5 years ago, I don't know what day it was. Let's see what's the other day. Oh, my birthday, January 16th. Yeah, so January 16th, 2018. Okay, that's my birthday. Is when Jermaine Dupri was on the Breakfast Club. Okay, and back then, he said verbatim, "Yes, I messed around with Candy. Me and Candy was messing around or whatever." Charlamagne then said, "Yeah, they said that's what broke the group up." He said it did not. He said egos broke the group up. Basically, I broke the group up. He said Tasha was upset because how I wrote the songs. He said I was the one writing the songs from the beginning, not when him and Candy would start dating around the third album. This is before album 1. When he was writing the songs, he said I wrote songs with Candy in mind as the lead. He said, and the reason that caused egos and issues is because I did not know Tasha was the leader of the group. And when you are the leader of the group and y'all get signed, and then the producer writes songs for somebody else to lead, you get pissed. He also said he felt like Tasha wanted to be solo from the beginning. But he never pushed the narrative for her to be solo. But he knew and felt like she wanted to be solo from the beginning. He then said, once he saw the egos of Tasha being pissed because he wrote songs with Tasha with Candy in mind as the soloist, the lead singer, he then wrote whatever song where Tasha sang lead. He said, so that's why he can be blamed for breaking them up, because Tasha and Tamika were both feuding based on how he was writing songs. Because he said, I was like, Candy has this amazing, distinct voice. And back in the 90s, that sound was popping. Toto had a deep voice singer. I think was Pam the deeper voice? I don't know. Toto had it. TLC had it. You know what I'm saying? It was a thing. He said, so I wrote songs with Candy in mind and her tone, her voice leading a lot of songs. That made, and if you go listen to the thing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post the clip. I'm gonna post the clip of what he said, because I can post it on my IG. I just can't post it on my YouTube. It won't get flagged on IG. I'm gonna post it on my
the craziest life ever. Like when I had to tell Wendy Williams,
shut up. I'm gonna post it on. It's gonna be on my page about when we done off here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what. Right? Come on now. Toni Braxton, Anita Baker had, they had deeper registers that they can sing songs in. You know what I'm saying? If you remember Toni Braxton's first songs, it was a deeper, she had the deep tone to it too. He said that. But he also said that he never tried to push Tasha to do anything solo. It was never about anything except Tasha as always wanted to go solo. Even on, because y'all know how they had Candy and them Escape was on the Jennifer Hudson show today, even though we know that was pre-taped. And on the clip that's been on social media of them, of Jennifer asking them how they got together, and Tasha tried to say, well, they would sing around the house, and I would come in and I would say, sing this and sing that. And then Tamika said, well, no, she was in a different group with two pretty girls who could not sing. And we had her join our group because we could sing. So my thing was, that was them also pushing the narrative of, don't make it seem like you made us a group. We were a group and you had your own group and they could not sing. And then because Tamika and Candy was friends, Tasha then joined them. Tamika then changed schools and met Tiny, and they brought Tiny into the group. Yes, Brandy has a raspy low breath voice, and sitting up in my room, even though she's in high, in the beginning of sitting in my room, it's a lower voice. Just saying. So Tasha has always felt like I was prom queen, and each time things did not go her way, she was upset. But let's finish with the JD little part.
Even for you to even be asking me about them, it's like that's the first group I ever signed, and for them to still be, they probably more popular now than they were when when I first signed them. So I feel like we in that world where if Candy's been a housewife since the duration, right, since it first started, right. So she's basically part of that world, and they have basically gone into that world. So I think it's almost like what you was just saying, Tika, about like me going into different sectors of life. I feel like they have evolved from this early 90s girl group to a talked about girl group in the 2000s, and then they're continuing to keep it going. So I feel like hopefully they all understand we only get one life, right? We only get one life. So all of this excitement, turn it into something, put an album out. That's what I hope happens.
Maybe. Boom. Put an album out. And I agree. I feel like people was also, I'm posting the thing on my ID right now. I think also people are saying how he also kept it real cute. He made sure to post. He made sure to not get into the mess. He made sure to just kind of answer the question and then not make it be messier than what it already was, to not draw out more drama, to not add more to whatever was going on. And I feel like, do we think he lying? I don't think he's lying. I think Jermaine Dupri has probably done so many things in the past 20, 30 years. He don't remember what happened with Tasha album 25 years ago. I believe that can be an actual fact. I also feel like Jermaine Dupri has never really got involved like that with shit. He always kind of stayed to the side. With any of his artists, he's never been a run my mouther. Never. He's never been a run my mouth her. He just always sat and was quiet. But I think if there is music to be made, he makes it. And if it's not something that's going to be popping, he won't put it out. I agree. It's a little peek into what kind of happened. I feel like he don't even really have to fully say Rocky was on some bullshit, Tasha was on some bullshit, Candy was on some bullshit, there was fussing on some bullshit, and I said, fuck it, I ain't gonna put it out. You know what I'm saying? It could be whatever. But I think him admitting, hey, it wasn't Candy. I think the main thing I felt like they needed to be handled, I don't care why her album did not come out. But her blaming Candy for the past 25 years, but she never asked Jermaine Dupri about it, show and prove to me she's always had an issue with Candy. Let me just blame Candy and not even ask the person I have access to what happened. When your boss fire you from work, you can ask them why. Because you was always late, you did your work, your breath stank like in Williams, whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? You can ask someone directly. The reason you do not ask someone directly what happened is because you know what happened. But you can still blame somebody else. in all the years that Jermaine Dupri has been in the music business, if you think about it, we have never heard him fucking over artists in no deliberate way. None of his old artists have any complaints about him. We've never heard about him taking people's money. So we've never heard bad shit about that man, like we have other producers in the industry. That's the reason people still fuck with Jermaine Dupri. His artists still fuck with him. He ain't no Diddy. He ain't no Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? There are other people who do not mess with people they deal with. Lotto had issues over that TV show shit. Lotto was somebody from that TV show they did. That's different. I feel. That's my opinion, but I don't know. My point is, artists from his label, who came out over the years, has never talked cash shit about that man. But that's that on that. Okay. Let me share my IG because we gotta get into LeLee and Tiny. Because there was some bullshit. Again, the basic thing I wanted to make sure everybody knew is that Tasha's thought process that Candy stole my stuff. Candy got my album canceled. It was Candy. Candy did it. Candy did it. That ain't true. Do we know what happened with her album? No. Is it possible that an album that did not come out 25, 27 years ago, the producer remember why? Is that possible? It is. Mainly because Tasha was barely a solo artist. She had a solo deal, but she was barely a solo artist. So I think it's very plausible. I think it could also be JD signed her to do a solo album to shut her ass up because of the ego shit between her and Candy. And that when the album was done, all them runs did not run into a #1 album or an album worth putting out. Because again, if she was such a great singer, why has she never done another solo album in the past 30 years? Lotto's mad about production issues and next moves. Lotto was too grown, period, on Rap Game, Corporate Attitude. But again, people who have issue with production on TV shows, I don't, that's different than somebody who you sign up to your label and, or whatever. So we're going to leave that on that, okay? Let's get into the bullshit that is LeLee, Tiny, and Zanique from social media. Now, I did not feel like or had time to go to each person's page and pull their shit and what they said. Luckily for me, the blogs all had it. Okay, and we have it here. LeLee was on social media talking cash shit. Okay, this is just two of the tweets. I got a couple things we're gonna see together. Now, what LeLee said was both groups are dope in their own right. We can go back and forth all day. Just know that at some point, no one will give a damn about none of us. All the plastic surgery won't matter. Tits gonna fall to the knees. Sexy outfits will start looking like pull-ups. The industry changes and so do fans. If any one of us were that special, where were the followers when those solo albums came out? Huh? Don't ever think every follow you have or whatever. No, every follow you, maybe everyone. Think everyone follow you because you're so great. They follow the mess. So that was one thing LeLee put up. Okay, now I got a couple of these. I wanna kind of go in order. Okay, let me be sure that's all that LeLee said because it was all inclusive. Okay, wait, let me go to this one. She also said, we're gonna see right here what says the middle one. None out of two groups on this show have never, to this English, have never sold out an arena alone. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's been done, do it again. I will kiss everyone's ass cheek right in the middle of Peachtree. That was the gist of what LeLee was saying. The issue I have with that is I feel like, right, one, SWV have also had surgery. Now they make LeLee got did LeLee get her ass done? I feel like LeLee got her ass done. But we know Coco for sure had lipo. But I'm like, why shade them for their surgery? When we know everybody on there had surgery in some way, shape, or form. Period. Also, her saying how no one can, has sold out arenas. Escape had a whole 30-city tour that sold out arenas in 2017 and 2018. So they have. And saying no one sold it out alone because you're supposed to produce a show. You have to have an opener. You do want to have other acts there that people want to see, but you are the closer. You're the headliner. But you want to put on a show. You want to people book tours based on the headline, not because of who they bring in with them. Okay. Now, after she said that, it was a couple of replies. Let me make sure I go in order now, okay? Now this is some stuff that Tiny said. Do y'all not know how much money is being made on social media these days, or am I tripping? We may have sold 30 million records, bitch, but we have been blessed to be able to expand our market. And that's true tea. Bitch, get out of the... LeLee trying to write dick novels in hope she can get a second stream of income in case Coco stops singing. If you were smart, LeLee, you would have been expanded your market outside of music. The fact that Escape have not been touring as a group for before 2017, from 1998 until around 2017, Escape had not done shit together. They came back together and had a sold out 30-city tour, headlining tour. SWV, as they like I said, they've always been together sort of kinda. Y'all ain't did that. And none of y'all have expanded outside of singing y'all songs. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. However, don't knock other folks who knew or tried their best to do other things. Because Coco can always sing her song because it's her voice. I got the voice because I was from, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, I'm team JayLeesCorner. I'm a YouTuber. I talk about what's going on. I'm always team JayLee. But I'm going to call SWV out on their bullshit. I like both groups. I'm 41 years old. I probably fucked the both group songs at one point in time. I know I slow dance to Weak and Understanding. I'm too old to be on the team when both groups could be played at my high school graduation. Both groups can be shady. So I'm always, if anybody ever asks who team I'm on, I am always team JayLeesCorner. I love Escape. I love SWV. I can sing their songs on any given day. on any given day. I want them both to be uplifted and to be powerful and to get along. Both of them. Both of them. That's the gotcha. Y'all trying to pick for what? Why? Why I gotta pick? Why can't I love both? The only thing I won't pick is there's two things I won't pick between. Who I love more, God and anything else. It's always God. And who loved me the most? My mama. It's always my mama. God and my mama are two things I will never have to decide on. I ain't got to pick. I don't. I love both songs. People who want conflict and bullshit is trying to force folks to pick a song so that somebody else feels better than somebody else. And I think both groups are great. So my answer is, which song is better? Both of them. Okay. Anyway, Tiny also said, okay. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please go stream our music on Spotify and follow each member of SWV on all social media platforms, because SWV keeps saying how we sold 30 million records, bitch. So go stream our songs. But also because we said they don't have followers, go follow them. So again, everybody can be shady if they want to be. Okay, now let me refresh because I know it's a couple. I want to make sure I get all that stuff because it was all over the place. It was all over the place. Okay, now I think this is what LeLee said. Let me see. Yeah, that's just okay. So I don't need that one because I want to get to when Tiny said, "Bitch, what?" Now Zanique, who was Tiny's, 26, y'all. I say the most random stuff because I like the song and I'm gonna do a reel with it. So all these random stuff around here, I gotta save it because it's just I want to make a reel with it. Anyway, Zanique, who was Tiny's daughter, came and said, "Not on my watch, bitch. Not with my mama. Not on my day." Right, I am team logical will stand out of my feelings, and on any given day, based on what's going on, I have an opinion. But it's not based on a lot of people's opinions is based on who they like more. That ain't I like them both the most. So I'm not trying to, be around her on bullshit. Okay, but Zanique said Escape headliner sold out tour before the mess. Okay, I want to make that clear in the comments. Okay, all right, I'm done being bored. Love y'all, but I love my mama more. Okay, y'all so mad. I keep talking about She Said Alone, knowing damn well the last concert you went to where it was only one act was probably Michael Jackson or Taylor Swift, maybe. Okay, why would that ever be a big factor in the first place? And the facts don't take from how great and legendary both of these groups are. Y'all are so quick to make one thing into the next. Saying SWV sold more records does not make Escape less than, and saying Escape's put more asses in the seats doesn't make SWV less. Just saying facts. I love everybody though. Okay, that was Zanique replying for her mama. I agree. And there's Zanique right there. Okay, I agree. People are trying to a good night to anyone who's going to bed, but I'll be done. I'll be done. I'll be done in the next 5 minutes. In the next 5, because we only have to go over what Tamika says. Let me quick, because I'm done. It's almost midnight. But Zanique is right. People want to make people choose because that's more of a debate. You know what I'm saying? Right. People like division. I don't need division. Escape and SWV are both amazing groups with amazing songs, and I love them both. I'm not having to choose, but I'm not going to let SWV make me feel like they're being treated unfairly because they fucking sensitive. Tiny said, "Wait a minute, I ain't done." Now, I've been trying to keep it cute, but I'm just not understanding why semantics are being used to confuse the masses. There are only but a few artists out here doing tours with just them. Our goal is, and has always been, to give a great show, regardless of what that entails. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's adding supporting acts, not a part of putting together a great show. It's called a lineup. It's the lack of understanding for me. I agree. LeLee making it seem as if people going on tour with a lineup that's making a great show, and then them being the headlining act, meaning we at the end, and folks came to really see us plus these people, is complete bullshit. But when someone makes folks believe that means y'all ain't shit anyway, y'all can't tour with just yourself. No one really does. Because some folk come late to the concert because they're coming to see the last fucking person. Even New Edition bring folk on their tour. So to me, again, SWV be acting like they not around here tossing shade, but they are. Now, lastly, let's get into Tamika ass, who was looking good. Okay, looking good on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen last night. And I don't know who the lady was who was with her because I don't watch the Miami Housewives. Okay, but Tamika was on there, honey, in a goddamn onesie bathing suit type of outfit. I don't know what it is. Okay, but she looked black stockings on, some Louis Vuitton heels. Okay, titties sitting up, waist snatched. She looked good. You hear me? Tamika looked good. I took a few photos of her and I did not know which one to use because I'm like, honey, she looked good. Looking like a bag of money. If I'm going to be on the television, I'm going to look amazing. And she said, I will today. Look at that. Okay? Gorgeous. Amazing. Okay? Amazing. Anyway, so she was on Watch What Happens Live, looking good as she wanted to look. Okay? And Andy asked her some questions, and here are the answers. How did she feel about Tasha saying she didn't know about the kickbacks? Well, she looked how she always do, like a deer in headlights. Every time it come to her and that damn husband, so I was not surprised that she acted surprised. Okay, and I said she do always look like a deer in the headlights. Like, what happened? What is this? Receipts? What receipts? What happened? What? Whatever. Okay, Andy asked her, was there any doubt in her mind, that her sister and her husband allegedly stole them, that the royalty case? There's no doubt in my mind at all. She said, no, they did it. If you did not hear me the first time, let me repeat myself. There is no doubt in my mind they stole my royalty checks. She didn't take back shit. She doubled down. Andy asked, like at the time, since Tasha and Rocky were living with her mom, did she feel like her mom knew at the time it happened? And she said, I don't think my mom knew when it was happening, but once I found out, I told her about it. And he said, how did she, react? And she said, I feel like she was upset with me because I brought it up. So the fact that she, like, even then, she was mad at me then for bringing, which makes sense as to why her mom was mad at her currently, because she was mad the first goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? She also brought up how her mom has not talked since she put out the receipts. They have not talked since the show has been going on. So her mom ain't talking. So she's kind of not alone because she has her own family too. But again, her mom, her sister, ain't talking to her. And that's not on that. he asked her why did she not press charges against Tasha, and she said because I did not want my sister to go to jail. And I think a lot of folks felt like, well, girl, why not send her to jail? For as close as Tamika and Tasha was, I can fully understand why she did not send her sister to jail. I feel like if Tasha just never called her a liar, she would not be so upset and be trying to like, girl, fuck you. I think had Tasha just either not said nothing or even admitted off camera, girl, Rocky stole it, but I ain't gonna say no, girl. Can you forgive? I'll pay you back. I think if there was some kind of off-camera admission, acknowledgement of it, Tamika would let it go. I think now that it's public and Tamika is having to deal with Tasha saying, we didn't do nothing. We didn't do it. No, not us. She had no choice but to do what we all love that she did, and that was.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts?
No. And so she did it. Okay. But I do think she felt like she was pushed to do that. She had no choice but to do that. And so she did that. Okay. She has not talked to Rocky or Tasha at all. She said she was trying to call her. She said before the show aired, before they tried to, shoot the show, she kept trying to reach out to Tamika, to Tasha to talk to her, but Tasha just would not, reciprocate, would not talk. And we knew in the beginning how she was saying how we haven't talked. So the fact that they haven't talked much outside of the show is crazy to me. Because to me, it do seem like it was Tasha who did not want to talk. Because even in the most recent episode, we seen it was Tamika who called Tasha to talk. We never really seen Tasha reaching out to Tamika to talk. Even though she, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway. What did she bring up? She also said, the deal with Motown Gospel. She said, because he asked her, about the thing. Oh, you mean the one she stole, the contract he stole? Because we know that allegedly, apparently, realistically, the Motown Gospel deal was supposed to be them two doing a duet. It was supposed to be a duo. And once Tasha felt how she felt, she went ahead and had Rocky make it be a solo deal and exclude Tamika. So again, basically taking money out of Tamika's pocket and had you see, look. Ooh. That's how God works. What was supposed to be a sisterly duo round here singing God's good word, Tasha backhandedly took her sister off that godly deal. And we now see that the time where the album, because her album is supposed to come out Friday, on Good Friday. Okay. And now that it's supposed to come out on Good Friday, look at the scandal that you're wrapped up in. What you trying to do to make it be for self, God said, no, child. You won't use me for your stuff. You won't do that. You won't use me to, be in this mess. Yeah. In Tasha's own in Tasha's own YouTube thing, she said, Tamika never said the gospel album was supposed to be a duet. She said because she said Tamika got upset. Tamika said Tasha got upset because she wanted to be involved in, the planning and this and that. And so that's why they had to be, and probably because who knows what fingers Rocky had involved or whatever. But, it was supposed to be a double, a duo. And whatnot. Now, a fan asked the question if she agrees with people saying that SWV cannot survive without Coco, how Escape can survive without Tasha. And she said, ooh. And she, in a very, what I'm saying, politically correct way, she said, well, SWV songs are very Coco heavy, meaning Coco sings 98% of the lead vocals. Okay. She said, a couple months ago, Coco got sick. And the show SWV had to be canceled. Why? Because SWV can't go on without Coco. She said, but with Escape, if you take one of us out, the group can still perform the same way we're performing now without my sister. So that on that. I said, let them know. Let them know. Let them know. Because it's true. Escape has survived touring without Candy at one point and without Tasha right now. If you remove one, sometimes even two, of the folk from Escape, they can still go out and perform as Escape. That can't happen with, you can't take Coco away. You can take LeLee away and it's still Taj and Coco. You can take Taj away and it's still Coco and LeLee. But you can't take Coco away and think anyone gonna come see LeLee and Taj background dance and overalls and cowboy boots. Now, also, TMZ caught up with Tamika and asked her about the drama, and she said, she has still has not talked to her sister. She don't have her number, but she'll ask Tiny for the number since Tasha went on social media crying and snot down her face. Apologize. Like, I'm open to talking to her. I'm open to seeing where we can go from here because I would hate for something to happen to one of us and we're at odds. So I feel like it's okay for her to want to talk to her sister and see how they can rectify shit. Even if all they say is, I still love you, but right now I can't rock with you, but I still love you. But we have some healing. I think even that is okay. Okay. And they also asked her about the beef with SWV, and we are good. You know what I'm saying? I call LeLee with Tiny on the phone or whatever. And how we're in a better place now. And we all do feel like if the money's right and if the situation is right, we can still do the tour. And that is that on that. But girl, when I say she is gorgeous, I just feel like we don't see Tamika enough. Just her face, her gorgeous face, her body. Okay, got her titty sitting up, sitting, and y'all know what Titty Tuesday. Well, it's Wednesday because it's after midnight. Anyway, y'all, that was the whole show. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all had a good time. I hope y'all, was around here with me, chatting or whatever, because we love each other around here. Okay, I love each and every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all have already liked the video. I hope y'all have already subscribed to my channel. I hope y'all have already, y'all already commented. Just saying. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, also on Twitter. Please also hit the share button, share the video. Please, thank you, because sharing it also helps me to get more folks to know me. Because I'm amazing. Okay, and they should know me too. Anyway, okay. I don't know if I'll be live at 9 tonight. However, y'all know if I will be, it will already be up at around by 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. If I'm live, it'll be up. We have to see what happens. I have not looked at the blogs or whatever. I may do a random gospel chat or whatever about everything else except escaping them. So if I'm live tomorrow, it will be at 9 p.m. It'll be for that. So I hope to see y'all tomorrow, possibly at 9 o'clock or whatever, because I love y'all. Okay, now look, have a good night. I will talk to y'all later. I love you all. Please, wherever you are, be safe, be safe, be safe. Okay, and I love you. Gotta go